All right, let's see if we can get a signal to the Bat Cave. And I think, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. The stream where we hang out with you wonderful and amazing folks and have fun doing stuff in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, the mobile game. Brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your man with the plan, Ranger J 1999. And, well, we're here to do what we do every day at this time. Have fun with you guys, play the game, interact, give you something fun to listen to during whatever part of the day it is, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Doesn't matter. We're here to bring you fun and entertainment. Today's a special day because it's the day we celebrate the wholesome goodness that is tacos. That's right, folks. It's Taco Tuesday. And how do we celebrate Taco Tuesday? We celebrate it by doing mini Ross reviews. That's right. In honor of the great creation of the taco. Because you can have a taco any day of the week or anytime you want. But we celebrate their wholesome goodness weekly. And we do that by doing mini Ross reviews for you guys. And you're probably wondering, what's the mini Ross review? Well, it's where I hang out, where we're hanging out. Answer questions about your account. It's really simple to get one. All you need to do for a mini Ross review is put your ally code in. Don't put any dash or anything like that. It usually goes to poopy. Because we are having problems with the chat with YouTube sometimes when it comes to the Ross reviews. They think you're spamming me with a phone number, and so yeah. But put your ally code in, then space, and then a couple things you want me to look at. It can be anything on your account, your mods, direction, teams you're working on, suggestions. It doesn't matter. We're here to help you guys out, and so that's how you do it. So if you have anything on your roster you want me to look at, today's the day. You don't have to do anything else. Nothing. Just put that in there. I'll get you squared away. I work for tips. I'm just like the guy playing guitar on the side of the road that's singing really well. If you want to throw something in the old guitar case, you can work for the tips. It's never just the tips, but if you want to do something for that, there's a link to the tip jar, and then there you go. And I use that money just to go get more tacos and stuff like that. You guys like some eating tacos and stuff and bourbon and all that, so that's how I do it. I just get some money for bourbon and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. On top of that, we encourage you guys to interact. So first of all, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff you always hear content creators say. The bigger thing is give your greeting, because I like to shout out everybody. So say hi to me, say hi to all the other skewers. We'll shout you guys out here in a few minutes. And then if you have any questions outside of our mini Ross review session, put those into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement or comment that you want me to react to and or answer, and I will get to that. There you go. Pretty simple. It's just sit back, relax, have fun. Let's have some fun. All right. Hope everybody had here in the U.S. Happy 4th of July weekend. I hope everyone was safe. Unfortunately, we had some more another mass shooting here in the U.S. So heart. I can't do anything else but just send out my thoughts and prayers. And I'm not even religious. I'm an atheist. But even then, I mean, god dang. But my friend's up in Illinois. So kind of ruined a lot of 4th of July for a lot of folks. So yeah. But other than that, I hope everyone else was safe and had a really good 4th of July weekend. Unfortunately, it's starting to happen too often again. But let's not think about that. Let's just try to think about fun stuff. And but I did want to acknowledge. My heart goes out to you folks. Yeah. All right. What am I doing? We're gonna do mod depression. What are the events today? Okay, let me see here. Let's see how much credits I get. It's credit high stake. Yeah. All right, here we go. And 4 million credits. I only got 4 million credits. Roy Edwards, question: what data cards are you running? I am running a plethora. No, I'll pull them up right now. Let's see here. I've got the Ray one. I'll pull each of these up for you, Roy, so you can see all the stats and stuff. I'm not going to talk about them because I've talked about them at nauseum. But there's the one for Ray. And then I've got one for Kenobi. There's the one for Kenobi. And then we've got one we're going to do for Ayla. But I can't do anything for Ayla because we have to wait for more materials. There's nowhere I can get more materials. Pretty much, even if we win our TW, I'm not going to have enough for Ayla. So, but we want to try to get that done and run that one as well. And then this one's it's a level 4 one, but I've been putting that on Vader, and man, has that one come through clutch. It's really made People's Counters versus Lord Schmader really brutal. So it's working pretty well. I mean, it's those are the ones I'm working on right now, but I can literally have no materials that we went on last Friday and we went for the Ayla one, and I pretty much got everything out of the store that I could. Again, we're testing these out for you guys, but Christ in heaven, I just did not have enough materials to take that one all. And that's pretty sad where I can't take a Datacron up to level 8. And that's after I got all the stuff. I saved all the stuff from Conquest, so you just needed the store, and I still didn't have enough materials to take a Datacron up. How sad is that? We did it on the stream. I had stuff that I had from Conquest. We hadn't done anything, and then we went right in and we did it on Friday, and we went for Ayla, and I still didn't have enough materials. Is that crazy or what, man? So yeah, I mean, it's pretty awful. All right. What else am I doing here? Let me think. So we have that. What's the other one? Is it Radis? Yeah. All right. Check mods. I don't think we have any mods. Let me look here real quick. I'll check the store real quick, but I don't think we have anything for mod depression. No, we don't. Let me go look, see if there's anything in the store mod wise. Let me look here real quick, see if we can do some mod depression. No, that's crap. That's crap. No. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Nope. Nothing in there. Oh, well. I might as well check all the stores. Don't need Conquest Shard Shop. Anything in here? Yeah, we want those. Definitely want those. Grand Arena. We want... Still not getting... that's annoying. Chirotex. Yes, thank you. And then I want Cheddar Comlinks out of here. And I didn't get any Cheddar Comlinks on the level 4. Alright, Fleet Arena now. Mods. No, we were checked. Galactic War. Haven't done it yet. No. Guild Activity. We need Carpontes. I'll take those. Thank you. Because I'm about to lose all those once I do Malgus. Weekly shipment. No. And Cantina. We'll just get some warship credits. And then let's get our salvage. I think we're good on that. Alright. So no mod depression. No big events going on. So refresh then, Mike? No, Mike, I don't. If you're talking about mods, if you're talking about mod store, no. Michael W. Huntington. Hey, Michael W. Huntington says from Maxi Streaming Service. No, because it's a waste. I ain't hurting for mods, man. I just do it for the lulz. But I'm literally out of space. I have so many mods that are like 13 to 19 that I have to one get to 6E and then 6E to 6A slicing. I don't have enough materials, and that's me using as many refreshes on my stuff as possible. I mean, I'm working on Thrawn right now, and then Tarkin, I'm trying to get his mods to 6E, and you can see it's a slow, painful process to get these characters up modded. I'm trying to get as many crew members now as I can with their 6E mods up and running, but it's horrible, man. It's just not enough materials. So I'm trying to get as many of these done as I can. They're all on, a lot of them are on characters. So I mean, I don't have any more space for mods really. If I see a mod that's 5 speed and pretty solid in the store, I'll buy it and then maybe get rid of something else. But I mean, I got a couple mods that are purple that I need to roll up that are like 13, 14 speed, and I just don't have enough mats because I'm so focused on 6E and 6A. 5A to 6E. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Let's say hi to everybody that's here so far. Let's get to some of the questions. As I said, there's not much going on in the game. I mean, I'm looking to see if there's any news, but I don't think we have any news, and that's okay. We're going to be going for a few hours today at least. I go very long today for mini roster reviews. So we'll see if there's any news that pops. I doubt it's right after the holiday weekend, but you never know. So we'll see. And then mainly mini roster reviews. There's not much going on in the game. There's no conquest. TW's about to kick off, but I mean, it's TW. So there's not much going on. We're getting ready for the last round of GC. Now, I went 1 and 2 last round, but I was facing just monster accounts. I did full clear every round, but a lot of drop battles between me and my opponents. They just had more in the tank. Typically, they were 1.5 million more than me. So you guys know I'm like about to be 9 million. They were like 10.4, 10.5. I think the last round it was a little bit less. It was only 800,000 difference. So something along those lines. It's just like, but we got the win, and our defense did quite well. Had a lot of holds with our characters and stuff. So yeah, but you can see I'm going to be going through crew members and just doing Thrawn and Tarkin. Thrawn, I just want him to be a little bit faster on our Vader team. So we only have a few little slices left on Thrawn. He's actually pretty nice with the speed that we got on him, and then Tarkin will take up and see what we can. I just want to get him to 60. I'm not working on anything else just because he's a capital ship and we have him on defense. So definitely going to try to get our defense, a lot of our fleets done. Like I need to take Soldier to Relic, and I need to get his ship up and his mods up and running. So there's a lot of stuff we got to work on, but all you can do is one thing at a time. So God. All right, let's say hi to everybody. We start off with Dom, who likes to come in and give his simple, elegant, and beautiful greeting. He says hi. Hi, Dom. How you doing, buddy? Always glad to have you here. Benny Lau says, greetings, Ranger. Greetings, Benny. Happy Taco Tuesday. Roy Edwards, what's going on, Holmes? He says, hola, ese. What's going on with you, bud? You saw my Datacrons, man. What you think, Holmes? Glad to have you here. Skywalker Vader, our good Vulcan Canadian friend up there in Canada with all the other Vulcans. Celebrated Canadian Day a few days back, and eating that good Canadian whiskey and drinking that good maple syrup there, eh? Nice. He's representing the skiers up there in Canada there in the frozen tundra. Pretty good, eh? Savitar says, hey guys, what's going on, Savitar? Glad to have you here as always, my friend. What else 73 says, happy 5th Taco Hump Day. That's right, it's the 5th, it's a taco day. And apparently, well, 73 likes to mash, as always, as is tradition, Hump Day and Taco Day. I don't mind it. Wolfman says, happy up, Ranger and Skewers. Happy up, Wolfman. The Wolfman. There you go. Mike Hunt says, and so endeth the upbeat mood. Oh, I had to say something. Get out of here. We'll get her. Get out of here, Michael. Oh, damn it, Michael. Mikey's my guild. Speaking of my guild, as I said, we are recruiting for MC3. If you're interested in joining MC3, all you need to do is message me. I'll get you in touch with an officer. I talked to the recruitment officers for what we're looking for. It's 8 million GP, roughly, and at least 5 GLs. So if you're right around 8 million GP and you got 5 GLs or more, then we got you covered. So if you're interested in joining my guild, and you are more than welcome to message me, and I'll get you in touch and see if we can get you in. So we're looking about 3 or 4 players, so if you want to get in, now's the time. So let me know. Let's see here. What else? 23 question. I took Mace to Relic 7, so I have a Relic 7 tank in GSC for GMK to use his Datacron. Thoughts on Relic 7 Mace? It's a tank. He's just a little harder to hit, but I mean, he's okay. It's fine. Mace is actually decent. It's not a bad Relic 7. It's not one of the ones I would do first, but it's not a bad one. I don't have a problem with that at all. I took mine to Relic 5 just so I can get the for my Kenobi one, because my Kenobi one, it's sad to have the one character to that's got the Datacron to use it. So for me, we've got Mace to Relic 5 just so that we can take advantage of the Kenobi one. I didn't realize that he was only Relic 3 when I went to GAC. So yeah, but it's totally fine. We got some use out of the Datacron, but not the full usage. So now that we do, we can use the Datacron. But you don't need you just have to hit Relic 5 on all the characters to take advantage of the Relic 7 one. And it has to be the character that you're using the Datacron for. So for instance, say it's JMK, if you want to take advantage of the Relic 7 ability, you have to have all your characters in that team Relic 5 or higher to use that. So you don't need to take them to Relic 7. So I just took my Mace to Relic 5. But I mean, if you want to take him to Relic 7, I don't have a problem with that. It's still Mace. It's a hell of a lot better character than he was in the past. And he is a tank, so it's just going to give him extra stats. No problem. Let's see here. Who have I not said hi to? Lord Megatron and the Decepticons are here. Look at that. You got hearts and waves. Or just, chilling. You love to see it. So glad to have you here, Lord Megatron. The engineer, choo says hello there, folks. What's going on, engineer? Glad to have you here. Our train engineer hanging out with us in the skewers. Man, my allergies are kicking my ass right now. I don't know what's going on. Ugh, God. As soon as I get done doing this, I need to go do some errands, and I definitely need to go work out. I'm gonna sweat it out for about an hour and a half. Allergies won't be the death of me. Herbert Farkum says, "Hoodoo!" RSG says, "When are we going to get more mod inventory space?" CG, when? Damn it, I don't know. We need it. We definitely need it. Ray Rock says, "Good 2 for Tuesday, Ranger and Picklers." Well, that describes me and and everybody else Picklers. Yeah. The engineer says, "Speaking about mods won't link with certain tunes." I got to see what the hell's going on with that. The only thing I can think of, I don't know why that's happening, engineer. I don't get why that's happening. I don't have any problems with mods. The only time I've ever had problems with mods is either I didn't have the inventory space when I'm trying to move them, or they were on another character. I don't know, because usually you can take them from another character, shouldn't be a problem. I don't know what the hell that is, the engineer. That is such a weird thing that you've got going on. I'd actually have to see it live to see what you're talking about, man, because I just don't understand what's happening. Wolfman says, well, my day is semi-better. Get to enjoy Taco Tuesday, even though fighting the Rona. Wolfman, I'm sorry to hear that you have the Rona, but tacos will make you feel better. So let's get some tacos in you, and I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Question I have, are you trying to apply them to a tune below Gear 12? I don't know. Adahan's here. He says, "Evening, Ranger." Hello, Adahan. Jay in the Argonaut says, "Hey, Ranger, with the waves. Glad to have both you fellas here. Thank you for being here." Jay says, anyone else seen a message when logging on which says, "Switch to level 1 guest account"? Obviously, this is a bug in the game. Not seen it, not familiar with it. Sorry, I have not, Jay. If anybody else on the chat has, please help out the fellow skewer, Jay. Wilson 3, just because I'm not Canadian doesn't mean I can't have traditions. That's true. It's a great day for Canada, and therefore the world. Sabotage just joining clones instead. Okay. Engineer says, working on Giddy. Oh, engineer wants me to look at his stuff. We got it here. We can get you squared away. Our first mod review, or Meteoros review of the day. So we'll pull that up while I'm saying hi to everybody. Clayton says, hello there, Ranger. Did you hear the tip jar? Oh, God. He says, did you hear the tip jar? Oh, God, we started the taco fund already. Is it Swevens? Did I get Swevens? Did I get some Swevens? Thank you, Clayton. Clayton donated for the taco fund. Thank you, my friend, the Match Head Lad. You can see Clayton hanging out when he's got time. He'll be there tomorrow night for the Wednesday night stream, so there you go. So if you, the Match Head Lad, Clayton, is here. Beskar Bandito says, hello there, Holmes. What's going on, SA? What you doing, Beskar? Glad to have you here, SA. Hope you're chilling, bro. Glad to have you here. We'll get you your stuff here in a second, engineer. What else? 3 says for JMK's whole team has to be relic 7 for the ability the only effect. No, the team has to be relic 5, and the Datacron. Yeah, look, for the Datacron. Hold on, I'll get right back to you there here, engineer. You have to have for the Kenobi Datacron for this to work for JMK. To take advantage of everything up to, for the Kenobi one, you have to have Kenobi Relic 7. The character has to be Relic 7. Activates on target character in squad at or above Relic 7. So for the Kenobi specific one, or the character that you're doing, they have to be Relic 7. This one, the next bonus, to take advantage of all the other stuff up to Kenobi, right? They have to be Relic 5. You can see it's even got the damn thing right there, Relic 5. See? The 3 here on the right tells you what the characters have to be for you to get full advantage of this. So if I want to take advantage of the level 3 one, all the characters have to be level 3. If I want to have the level 6 one and get the stats for this, you have to be all the characters have to be Relic 5 or higher. And then for specifically, it says right here, if you want to get the bonus for Kenobi, it has to be Relic 7. So there you go. Science. Facts. Facts. Science. I'm positive that that's how that works. That's even in the forum post. So, yeah. King Zeldris says, howdy, Ranger and Skewers. Howdy, King Zeldris. What's going on, partner? Glad to have you here. Nobody Cares, a.k.a. the JT, says, question, when are we going to get the ability to edit TW defense or have Datacrons, but into the squad loadout section? That would be nice, because I have to remember to put my Datacrons on when I'm doing it. But I'm getting into the mode now. It's not that. It's just an extra click, but it is nice, because I did forget, was it last TW, the TW before, I forgot to put it on. I just was going through. I just thought it would naturally apply because I put it on there. But it would be nice if we, in our squad loadouts, we could put a Datacron on a character for our squad loadouts and be able to use that. It would be nice, Jay. Nobody Cares. Rare Rock says, happy up, Wolfman, and yes, hope you feel better. Yeah, we hope that all those people that have the Rona get over it quickly. Tom Blow, the bit with the best pro in the business, says, howdy, partners. And he says, partners. Hey, what's going on, Tom Blow? Let's see. Hermaphobic question. So the whole squad doesn't need to be Relic 7 for the Kenobi ability? That's correct. Only the character needs to be Relic 7. Now, to have the Omicron work for the Relic 7 Kenobi, you have to run a team that is Relic 5 next to him. They have to be Relic 5 or higher, or it doesn't work. Because remember, the reason I couldn't use this fully is we saw this, it wasn't uploading it correctly. So when I was using it for the GR team, the only bonuses I got, because Mace was only Relic 3, I only got this one right here. And it'll highlight when you go to put the Datacron on, it'll red out the ones that you're not qualified for, and the one you are. And we did have the one for, they recover 2% health and protection, but we couldn't use the rest of this. So yeah, so other 4 characters, Relic 5. If you want to take advantage of the last tier, the Relic 7 ability, it has to be, the character specifically has to be Relic 7. The other characters have to be Relic 5 or higher to take advantage of all this. So you can have a Relic 7 Kenobi, but if you have one character, let's say that's Relic 3, you can't take advantage of the Relic 7 on Kenobi. They have to be Relic 5 or higher. And that's what has people kind of like, aw. It's a high bar. It's a high bar. It's high praise. All right, King Zell just needs some help, but I got to do the engineer first here, so. All right. So the engineer, what is it? What engineer want me to look at? Says, okay, I'm working on Gideon and Bad Batch. Gideon and Echo bottom mods won't link even if it's set. Let me look at this. What level's your Gideon? Okay, well, your Gideon's only gear 11. What kind of mods are you trying to put on there? Even switching mods won't work. What's wrong with me? Gideon's gear 11. I don't know what kind of mod you're trying to put on him, but anything... I'm pretty sure if you're trying to put on... You can't put 6E mods on him. So if you're trying to switch mods 6E, then you can't. He has to be gear 12 for that to get 6E mods or higher. Like, you can put on Range Trooper. So I don't know what kind of mod you're trying to switch your engineer, but your Gideon's only... I'm glad you're working on him. That's the only thing I can think of, dude, because he's gear 11. If you're trying to put on anything 60 or higher, it won't put on there. It won't allow you to put on there. It won't allow you to switch even a whole set because it's going to say not possible or it won't work because your character's too low level there. So Gideon, that makes sense. Thrawn? Well, that one I don't understand. It's not linking? What do you mean? I don't know why Thrawn wouldn't be able to get mods. Will not link even if I say, even if it's set. The bottom two don't link. You can only have, yeah, I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at what you're saying. You can only have, there's only a 4 set bonus. So you're basically, you're not going to get the other set for speed. If that what you're not going to get bonuses on the speed set for another bonus here. You see there's only a 4 set bonus. So you only get 4 gets the set. The other 2 are just extra mods. So they're not doing anything. So that's why I don't understand why you have 6 mods on here. That's the same for crit damage. That's the same for speed. That's the same for offense. There's only a 4 set bonus. So if I'm understanding you correctly, engineer, the reason that you're not getting the other 2, they're not going to link because you only get a 4 set bonus. So you might as well change out to these speed mods for either like a health set or tenacity set that have the 2 set bonus because that's the only way you're going to get any bonuses. Yeah, crit damage, offense, speed. I think those are the 3 from just top of my head. You can only get 4. That's why if you look at my modding there, engineer, that's why you see you only get the 4 mods. Now you'll get the bonuses for speed because of the speed sets overall, but no. If let's say for health, you only get okay. So okay. So let's say Palpatine, right? You're getting bonuses for. Let's say you had 6 health mods, but if you look at the health mod, you can see that there's a 2 set bonus. You get 5% health. Now, if they're level 15, you get a 10% bonus, but that's for 2. So you get 10% for 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets. So you get 30% bonus overall for your health. But it's for those mods, right? So that's how you get those percentages. So there's either 2 set bonus or 4 set. Yeah. So what else is 30? So times 3. So there you go. So if you wanted to get more health on Palpatine, you would take off the potency mods, right? And which you should do. Put 2 more health on there, and then just bump up his health. And you need to go full health on these on Palpatine. Don't worry about anything else. Just go health set. I don't know if you just unlocked him, but full health set, and then don't worry. The primaries need to be health. You want to get his health as high as humanly possible. But that's why it's not, when you mean linking, that's what that means. The linking is just, you have to look at the set bonus, which you get for just, you get 2 mods, you get a bonus, and that's it. For the other ones like speed and crit damage and offense, for example, you get the 4 set bonus. But you're not going to add 2 more speed. If it's a 4 set bonus, you can't throw 2 more mods on and get an additional bonus. There's no 2 set bonus for those. You have to have 4. So what you want to do here for, let's say, like Thrawn. Thrawn, you want to take advantage of speed if you want to make him fast, which is totally fine, right? So you want to take advantage. You want him a fast character. So he's at 274. So take off your two slowest speed mods. Go with the health set or something that's got your two next fastest. Put them together, and you'll get the bonuses. You can see that when. Let me go back to my account so I can show you this. So if you look at the way I've got characters modded, it's based off of what I need them to do. Like you see, like Thrawn. See how I got my Thrawn set up? Oh, it's totally fine, engineer. After 6 years, you finally understand. I was trying to understand what you meant. You kept saying link. I'm like, can you not pull mods or what's going on? So no, but you can see now. You can see that I've got modded speed at 315 overall on Thrawn, but I've got 4 speed sets because I can only get the 4 set bonus, right, on the mod. So if I want to let me, you can see there it's got the level 4 bonus 10% speed. And then I've got 2 fast mods here with health that's got good speed secondaries. I didn't hit this one, unfortunately, but that's okay. And that's how you do it. That's how you get your characters really fast. What's a really fast character? Kenobi here. So you can see Kenobi here. I've got Kenobi at 576. And you can see how I've got him modded. Like Thrawn, got a health set. I've got the 4 speed sets, and that's how I got it on him. So there you go. So the overall set will give you 10% additional speed. So when you add like speed secondaries to here, it all adds up. So just remember your set bonuses, and there you go. I'm glad we finally figured out that mystery. I didn't quite understand what you were saying, the engineer, but glad to be of assistance, my friend. King Zeldris needs some help. Let's go look at that. Yeah, you definitely need to remod your C. I was just trying to figure out what was going on with your question. Like, what do you mean you can't link mods? What is this linking? Yeah, it's just fine. If you need to, just go to my GG page, there, engineer, and look at how I've got my characters modded and use that as a reference point. You may not have the exact same mods, but I mean the same sets at least, and the same primaries at least, and at least speed on the secondaries. If you can try to match what I've got on mine, that'll give you a good idea of like what you're shooting for a lot of these characters. So just go to my SWGOH.gg page or whatever you need to do, and you just do a price, just reference point. Okay, that's how Rangers got it. That's what I'm going to shoot for. Put the same mods with the same primaries and stuff like that on. That'll help you out. That way you can take advantage of like what mods you do have, and there you go. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, we're going to do King Zeldris next. Question from the lovely Kaya. Question says, I'm a bit confused about what happens once the set of Datacrons ends. Gom was saying you don't lose Datacrons at the end, so do we keep them or lose them? Does anyone know about what happens once this set of Datacrons ends? Well, if I understand after say September 5th, 90 days from the Datacrons, and as soon as it starts with this cycle, right? So the current cycle we have right now, I'll get back to here in a second, King Zeldris. I'm having to go back. So, for instance, for these Datacrons that we have right now, after 90 days, these go away. The ones I have on JMK and Ray and ALM, these 4 that I have right now, for the Treaties Inquisitorius, right? You can see that these are all Datacrons that are studied with Treaties Inquisitorius. After 90 days, they go away, and you're supposed to get material back. We don't know how much material we're supposed to get back, but it's supposed to be material that you can use for the newest set of Datacrons coming out at that time. So when these go away, you get material back. We don't know how much material you get back, but at that point, you get some of the material that you'll need for the next round of Datacrons. Apparently, the more you've invested, the more you're going to get back, but not an exact one-for-one exchange. And it's supposed to cycle through every... So we'll get a set this month. We had a set for the Treaties Inquisitorius. We're going to get another one in July and another one in August. So we're going to have 3 different sets of Datacrons. Also remember, you can't use whatever materials that you use to bring up your, like the Treaties Inquisitorius. I think Monday, July 11th, my birthday, the next set and materials comes out. You cannot use that material on this. Whatever you've got for the Treaties Inquisitorius, that's it. You don't lose it or use it, then it doesn't matter, because you can only use those materials, like the crafting material, basically, to bring up your Datacrons up. Come, I think Monday, July 11th, the new set of Datacron material comes out, and then the only thing that you can use through all Datacrons is the cache. So in 3 months, these will go away. You'll still have the other two. So we'll call this Datacron 1, Treaties Inquisitorius. Next set will be, like, we'll say Datacron 2. Let's just call it the JML Datacron set. Then we'll get another one. Let's just say it's the Emperor Palpatine Datacron set. The Treaties Inquisitorius goes away. We get a new one. We get some of the materials back from this one after 90 days, and then the cycle continues. So I hope that makes sense to you guys on how this is supposed to work. I know it's a little bit confusing, but yeah. So, hey, Nathaniel Morgan says, why they give us all these shitacrons and no way to upgrade them? I don't know. Nicholas J says, hey, Ranger and Skewers, hope you all had a great 4th. Hope you had a great 4th too. Yeah, these are all temporary. These will go away. What else it says? These are temporary Omicrons. Yeah, they will never be permanent. Oh, thank you for the follow there, Tony Butler. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so Plain says the material you will get back after 90 days should be similar to what you get back by dismantled Datacrons currently. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Federico Bongiorno, he says good morning. Good morning, Federico. Glad to have you here. So I hope that answers your question. So, but yeah, they are, after 3 months, they're going to go poof. And you're supposed to get, as Clayton said, some of the material back as if you dismantled them. But it's supposed to be for the new, let's say it's Datacron 4. We'll call it the SLKR Datacron. You're supposed to get for that set, all materials for that one. Nicholas J says, Ross Crew, please. I got you, brother. We got to do, oh, Mary J says pizza. Mary J. I'm in love with Mary J. King Zeldris, though, we're doing mini Ross reviews, and he wants one. And he says, just got JMK. Congrats. Working on his Ultimates. Wonder what to do next. I was thinking C, but Last IG is the main focus, so I was thinking GML as well. I kind of think Last IG, you can still do quite well. You've got JMK, you got Jedi. I mean, Jedi Master Luke would be fine. I have no problem if you want to go for Jedi Master Luke, but if I'm going to be honest, that's not what I wanted to do. Ships. Okay, you do have the Executor. Cool. Let me just look here real quick. I mean, both of these are good options. There's no wrong answer here. So there's two choices you got here that I see. So you've got GMK. You're finishing up his ultimate, getting him up and running. Let me just see something here. Do you have Kitty Cat? Do we have a Kitty Cat here? Kitty Cat? Here's Commander Soka. Perfect. There's no wrong answer here. JML is a great choice. C is a great choice. Regardless, I think those are your next two choices. And in between, if you do not have Starkiller, think about getting him as well. Of the those are your three choices I see coming up. Probably work on stars for Mary Jade and the other four to get ready for Starkiller. But in the meantime, Jedi Master Luke. If you want to go for him, I have no problems with that. Do you have Jedi Knight Luke? Well, you have to get Jedi Knight Luke, but that's fine. As long as you got a Wampa Wampa, it should be fine. You do. All right, yeah. So Jedi Master Luke's on the board. C's on the board. I like both those. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to focus on Last IGO TB, then to help your guild, then absolutely Luke. And there's not a wrong choice there. And then after that, if you want to go after C, because you've already got the Executor, so going right into C afterwards, and then Starkiller, that gives you 4 GLs in total with kind of like a fifth fifth GL with Star Killer. That'd be my kind of direction. And in between, work on your teams like your Bounty Hunters here or your Imperial Troopers, because you've got the pieces in place, but you need to take like Mando, Zam, Grief up. Same thing with your Imperial Troopers. So get those teams rounded out. So if you want to go for JML, that'll round out a lot of your characters just put through osmosis. If you're working on them, then when you go for C, you'll get Stark and Veers through there. That'll help you with your Imperial Troopers. Round out your Bounty Hunters anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's just stuff you can work on in between. So there you go. No, I think that's a good plan. I'm happy with either. If you want to go JML first for Light Side GOTB, get your Jedi Luke, then JML. Round out all those characters will go up to relics, and you'll be a happy little guy with your rebels up and running. And then go right into C, and get all those characters. Round out your Empire and your Bounty Hunters. That's gonna set you up pretty well. Then go get Star Killer, and then I think you'll be really good. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good plan, dude. Go get you JML, man. Go get you. All right. Any questions? No. Just saying hi to everybody. You are welcome, King Zeldris. All right, we're going to do Nicholas J next. Remember, we are doing mini Ross reviews. It's Taco Tuesday, and how do we celebrate the greatness of tacos? Well, you can go get a taco. And by doing that, we do mini Ross reviews. So if you want a mini Ross review, you don't have to do anything else. You just have to put your ally code in and what you want them to look at, like these other fine folks are doing. And I will take a look at your stuff and give you the best answers I can, answer your questions. If you have questions specific outside of that, just put the word question for your actual questions, question statement. And if you have any comments or questions you want me to respond to, I will do that. And then for mini Ross reviews, you don't do anything else. If you want to throw some tips in the tip jar for said taco fun, feel free. There you go. For tacos, they're delicious. We love tacos. Why am I getting tagged? Who's tagging me? Oh, okay. So Karthik just says okay, so when you get, if you have a level 9 Datacron, for dismantling, you'll get 2.5 million credits back, 20 of the MK3s, 140 of the MK2s, and 300 of the MK1s. So there you go. And it gets a little bit less per the level of the Datacron. I think he's got a level. That's level 5. This is what you get for level 5. All right, and then what do you get? This is okay. That's level 8. Okay, so yeah, you get some, not all of it back, but you get, a good chunk of it back. So we'll see. This is what we should be getting when we get our materials back from that. Yeah, you get enough back from a level 9 to make a level 6. Basically, yeah, that's a really good way of putting it there. What else? 93. Good job. Okay, moving on to Nicholas J. He needs some help with his mini roster review and roster. Let's look at that and help him out. And keep getting your greetings, keep saying hi, keep adding your questions, mini roster reviews, put all that stuff in. I stream extra on Tuesdays to do this, to help you guys out. And you get some money for Taco Tuesday, so I can get some tacos. Tacos are delicious. All right, Koss, a.k.a. Nicholas J., says, he told me to farm SLKR, so I did, and finishing up his ultimate. Nice, congratulations. So what's next? I would love to do Jedi look into JML, but you tell me to do C exactly, won't you? Okay, so I would recommend, because of the ship, mainly, for the Executor. Now, you can go to pass here. If you don't want to do C, that's fine. You do have the get 2 ships done, so that's really good. I'm okay with both of this here, Nicholas. If you want to go for JML, fine, go for JML. I don't have a problem with that. Typically, though, they don't go for... the reason I always tell C, because it's interlinked with Executor, and Executor is such a good ship. However, if you want to go JML and then do C afterwards, working on some teams in between, I have a problem with that either. So whichever one you want to do, it's not a problem. If you want to go into Jedi Knight Luke into JML, then that's fine. Usually on earlier accounts, they don't have the Womps. And that's that you can't... You do, but I think he has to be 7-star, I believe, right? And Relic, so it's going to be a New York minute before you can go do Jedi Match Luke, Jedi Knight Luke. It's one of those characters that, you know, if you don't have, then I'm going to say, especially, I don't know how close you are to getting him to 7 stars. It's probably going to take a couple TBs at least, minimum, to get him up and running to 7 stars, and then at the relic required level to get Jedi Knight Luke. You know what? I need to look at that for you. But typically the reason another reason why I go SRKR and C is because there's not a lot of that nonsense yet with those two characters. Rey's another one, but Rey, as compared to what you get from SLKR and C for their fleets, I mean, y'all see me with a fully operational First Order team, neuter executors. An executor is the meta. So, I mean, Womp will be done in 2 months while I farm Rolo, Sean, Lando. I should be able to get Womp and generally, honestly, the same day since all Horde. Okay. Listen, if you want to go for GML, fine. Go for GML. And then I would say go Executor C. You're 4.66666. Oh, God, Mark of the Beast. Change that. But I would say if you want to go GML, I'm totally fine with it. And then if you want to go from JML into Jedi Luke into Jedi Master Luke, cool. And then after that, C and the Executor. Round out your Bounty Hunters 2 and your Imperial Troopers. So you'll get the Rebel team going with CLS, your Jedi Luke. With the Jedi you have, that'll be nice. JML will help you with Lightside TV and other stuff. And then go right into C Executor. Then after that, probably start looking at either a Star Killer or JMK. Depending on where you're at. Roy Edwards, question: 3 attack Executor defense for GAC. What do you mean, Roy? 3 attack Executor defense for GAC. What do you mean? Could you clarify what you mean? I'm not understanding what you're saying there, Roy Edwards. Question: 3 attack Executor defense for G. Oh, 3 attacker lineup. Oh, okay. Attacker. So when we go into for the Executor, so if there's 3 attack, so here's the thing, and I've been practicing this too. When I have 3 attackers, it's like you see, like your Mercurial has. I use Rebels. You're gonna need your Biston. I think Relic 6, so the Biston can go first. Basically, what you do is you go hardcore into Cad Bane's ship. And just burn this team down. It is a little bit of RNG. If you get any dodges or anything, then you're hosed. Or if you don't get the call and assist, it sucks. So, as a starting lineup, I go Rebels. I have used the First Order fleet. It gets a little messy. It's not as efficient, I feel, as Rebels are. But I've been practicing that one as well. And then for anything that's a traditional team, regardless if it's got Houndtooth in the middle, then you've seen me use that starting lineup. The starting lineup for First Order will be Silencer, the shuttle, and the tank. You've got to have a strong tank for this to work, though. The reason I'm able to pull this off is I have a 7-star echelon. You have to have that with 60 mods to take the beating you're going to take. You get to go first. You've seen me do the fight. Hey, Sergeant Carey, what's going on? You know what? I'll do it right now. So if I'm seeing a traditional, like, if they're going Executor with the 3 offense tunes, then I'm going to go Rebels. If they're going to do this, then I'm going to go with, we'll do the fight here for you. I might as well. So we'll take a break here and we'll show this. So we want this, clear the fleet. Starting lineup is going to be, for this counters this. Then you want Special Forces as your first reinforcement. You might as well bring in the other ship. Typically in GAC, I just bring in the Ebon Hawk, and then I don't bring in a 4th reinforcement. You don't need it. But just for this one, since we're doing this, it's going to give me a ship anyway. So I just throw Houndstooth in here. I'm not going to use it, but we'll put it, not use shuttle. We'll do this. Yeah, you can use Negotiator, Triple Tech. My Negotiator's on defense, so typically I've been practicing with Rebels and this fleet to knock this out. So we'll do this. So you can see this is the starting lineup we want to use against this, and I'll show you the order. even if you don't win, it's still an easy cleanup. We had that the other day where I just got bad RNG. I just had the Razor Crest left over. We just went in there with Radis with 3 ships and cleaned it up. But this is what you're going to go in with your starting lineup. Echelon has to be 7 stars, and you've got to have 60 mods on your first order officer. He's just got to be able to take the hits, and even sometimes he can't take the hits, but that's typically what you're going in for. Go in and we'll do the fight here. I'll show it to you. If I can, I'll try to show you a rebel flight. It's if I can do, it's not so much that they won't be there, it's just payout times and stuff. I try to let the other people climb and stuff. So we're going to start off with we're going to do hunted on Houndstooth. Now just going to do a basic here on Razor Crest. What we're shooting for is to get to Cad Bane. So they're going to do that. They're hitting the crap out of us here. Now I want to use the second special here, the third ability on itself. That gives turn meter here. Can't get to Cad Bane yet, so I'm going to use a big attack here that gives him his health and protection. All right. And then that's there. Okay. Now I have my shuttle up. I got to control Houndstooth, so I want to do this in ability block. Now Cad Bane's ready. Here we go. Big hit. Do that. And then we're going to do this again. Get the turn meter going. Basic here should take him out. Cool. Now we just have these 2 ships. Now I'm not going to attack. I just want to get Razor Crest there. Now we're going to bring in our reinforcement. The first one we want to bring in is Special Forces. Why? Because we want to control Houndstooth. Now with this hit, we either want the ability block, stun, and our bow. So we're going to call silence. Okay, we got the ability block, which is good. Now they're going to bring in Boba Fett. Boba Fett? All right, we want to strip his ass too. All right, big hit again. Again, we want to get these reinforcement ships under control. I'm going to do a call and assist with Silencer. Again, controlling that. Again, still just Houndstooth and Razor Crest. Now we're going to focus on Houndstooth. There's the heal. That's fine. Let's do this again here. Everybody gets turn meter. Just stay on Houndstooth. Hope we get a stun here. We didn't. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We've got the reinforcements on lockdown, so we'll bring in Ebon Hawk now. We'll do this. I'm going to use this ability here. Big hit. They should bring in that ship, but that's fine. I'm going to do this to you. Basic. He's off the board now. Now we're going to focus on the whatever that is. IG-88 ships. Alright, stun. That's fine. Let's do this. We can't call you, so we'll call you just so we can get you. There we go. Let's strip this. We're going to call and assist with the silencer again, taking this guy out. Now we can just focus on Razor Crest. That sucks. That's okay. Do that. Basic. And we're just going to focus on here. You see the RNG didn't quite work out, but at this point I'm just going to focus on Razor Crest. We got to bring in another ship. I'm going to bring in this ship. Again, let's do this on itself. Call and assist. You. Razor Crest is down. And then we just got Lord Schmader. I mean, it's going to be the same. Even if we had lost this, then it would have been easy to clean up. But we got this one. So there you go. So that's for that fight. How you kind of want. You notice I was mainly going after the reinforcements as they were coming in, and then set up Houndstooth. Got him off the board, and then it's basically pretty standard after that. And I always do that for these fights. Now for this one, like say Pariah, now I can't attack Pariah because Pariah's got payout coming. But I would use Rebels, and it's a standard Rebel fleet. You're going to go with Biston, Ewing. You're going to go with Biggs, and you're going to go with the Falcon. So. And if I get a chance during the stream to show that, I will, but I can't attack those guys. I could attack Mad Dog because his payout's like, it was 8 hours ago, but I can't really attack anything else. Nick says, would doing J not Luke and then doing C Executor go back to GMB be silly? Yeah, once you pick one or the other, there, Nicholas. I mean, you are kind of pocket. If you're gonna go Jedi Luke and the Jedi Master Luke, you go all in. Don't do Executor. So make a choice: either Executor C, tie on all those characters, the Bounty Hunters and Troopers, or Rebels and Jedi Luke and Jedi Master Luke and all that stuff. So do one or the other. I need to do mods. We'll have to use this energy. So give me a second. So if you want a mini roster review or questions or anything like that, feel free to put those into the chat. And I will get those for you. Remember, ally code and then what you want me to look at, and I'll get you squared away. I'm just doing some dailies real quick to get this done. You're welcome, Nicholas. If you don't have Rebels good enough, would you just do against Malevolence against the yeah, you can do Malevolence, absolutely. Malevolence, it gets a little bit more wonkier, but yeah, absolutely. You can do Malevolence. I mean, the offensive lineup is basically, if they have Executors, it's a horrible fight. Even with the Rebels, but the thing with the Rebels, you can at least take out something. So yeah, you can. Burner fleets are always easy. It depends on what they put down. Like my last opponent, I think he put down his 3 big fleets. So we had one. Was it Executor, Negotiator, and I want to say the Empire fleet. So I had to make a choice on what I wanted to use where. So I used a burner fleet for the Executor, ran in there with Rebels, burned it down. And then we used Malevolence, I think, against Negotiator, took that out. And then we used the First Order fleet, which you can use against the Executor, or not, the Thrawn Empire fleet. Yeah, it depends. But because of the ships I put on defense with my Negotiator and my Executor, and we put down the Empire fleet, I mean, it's you've got to have your teams up and running to take that out. And I actually like Executrix more than I like Thrawn. That team is nasty. We've had lots of holds through this GAC with that, so it's a very effective on defense. The Executrix, I feel. All right, doing dailies. If you want questions, comments, put those in the chat. If you want a mini roster review, feel free. That's always appreciated. Add-on question: what is the mini relic level for Nest for the Kira Nest counter for Relic 5 Padme team without C-3PO? Relic 3. It's about, yeah, I think Relic 3, right? For Relic 5 team, yeah, I think Relic 3 would be fine. Yeah, business viewing, I bit the bullet and did it. Mainly it's Scarif Rebel Pathfinder for that ship. That's really, I mean, both of them are horrible in the sense that there's so many Corbantes. And you can see I've got it up and running. They've got 60 mods on them. I got to get 60 mods on them. But it's really just their survivability, which I'm going to work on. I just haven't been able to, but I did get him to Relic 6 because that did affect his speed. So for the speed order, like if I'm going to take this on against Negotiator, I had to have Biston Relic 6. Scarif, do I have you? Yeah, I got it. I got you with the 60 mods. I got to do Biston next. So I want to get Tarkin done, and then I'll do Biston probably next for his 60 mods. It just makes the counters just, if you have the ships and you got them starting, you got them in position, then it gives me flexibility on like what I want to use on offense for which team. So, but yeah, the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder was actually the one that was he's the most, I think he's the character that has the most Corbantes in game that you have to farm. Brutal, absolutely brutal. But I think for your question, Adhan, a Relic 3 Nest, if you've got really good tenacity, 60 mods that are tenacity or really good tenacity, I think you should be all right. Yes, I realize that OneDrive isn't signed in. Okay, we did that. I need to do the fleet challenge. All right. Okay. Do that. Get our credits. Oh, top of the hour, we can go look and see if there's any mod depression stuff. All right, let's see if there's any mod depression stuff in the store. Master Collector. That should be fine. 145% tenacity is pretty solid. So I'm just curious. I'm sure I have probably missed it, but Ranger, what are your thoughts about these Datacrons? Oh, I've said it many times. I am not a fan of Datacrons in the slightest. The only reason I'm doing Datacrons is because I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. And Clayton does stuff with me as well. So we decided that if we're gonna look, I do not like Datacrons in the slightest. I think there's way too many negatives for the positives in this game. Not a huge fan of them. I am working on them just to show people how ridiculous these things are. They are way too overpowered. Way too overpowered. They're not causing me any issues in GAC yet, Sergeant Carey, but they are going to be. I think the problem is that a lot of people are just not interested in Datacrons. They're not doing too much with them. I have run into some Datacrons, but I have my own at my level. Problem with Datacrons, especially if someone works on them at higher levels, they are damn near unbeatable unless you have your own Datacron. For instance, Ray. I'll give you an example. Not even Ray. This level 4 Datacron here, I've been using this on Lord Vader. Now this one's ridiculous because this Datacron basically makes it to where with the health steal and everything that you see that comes on this, it makes, and with the level 3 ability, it makes Vader nasty. So whenever he inflicts 4 more debuffs on a turn, they have a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown. So he's constantly reducing his cooldowns because Vader does a lot of debuffs. Maul's on that team as well, so it makes my Vader Maul team just awful in GAC, and we've actually got a lot of holes with that team. The Ray one is just ridiculous. It's not just her ability. She gets into ultimate all the time, but the bonuses for resistance characters, they're constantly taking turns because they've got this 15% turn meter one. And then they've got the light side mechanic where if they do 4 debuffs, they get a chance to reduce their cooldowns. It's just ridiculous stuff. I don't know. This is the thing about Datacrons. I don't understand why we have something like this in the game. The stats alone, like the one for JMK, I just want you to look at this. 568% health still for JMK. Right. That's ridiculous. Okay? And we're doing one for Ayla. So we're going to have one for Ayla, Kenobi, and Rey. And then we have the level 4 one for Lord Vader. So that's 4 Datacrons that are just gross. And that's not counting the new ones that are going to be coming in. We're going to do all of them, guys. Until the stink reaches up to the highest level CG. Like, this is not a good idea. Way overstated. Way too powerful. GL should not have been a part of this. The other thing I have a problem with Datacrons is they're temporary. It's not enough resources, and to invest in resources takes away from farms and other things. I do not understand who looked at this and said that this was a smart play. It is not. The community is very against these. There's some that like them, but they're greatly outnumbered by those of us here. Now, that being said, they're here, and I'm adjusting to them, and they make fights horrible. Because what it does is it's basically... it basically neuters everything that you've worked up to this point. For if anybody has, and it's the thing is, these are temporary, they go away, but it basically neuters your counters that you worked your ass off for. Ray, you know, you have to it just your C's become almost, you know, I had 6 holds in one JC round with Ray. They couldn't use anything. TW have had the same results. This is the thing I don't understand. We got Omicrons, and I think we can all agree as a community that Omicrons are fantastic. They were already changing the makeup in GAC and changing the dynamics in a good way. If you had an Omicron on, then, you know, you had to adjust your tactics and teams and things of that nature. Maybe some modding for what could be out there for Omicrons. I like that. It made lesser characters have more value, gave you a little bit more value for your roster. So Omicrons are great, and I love Omicrons. I think they're fantastic. Then comes Datacrons, and this completely misses the mark. I just ridiculous. They're totally ridiculous. And even then, the thing that really just drives me crazy is you don't even get enough materials if you do want to work on them. Because we took the Ayla one. This is after I did Conquest and got all the rewards for Conquest. And then we had to wait for the store. I took one Datacron from level 0. I could only take it to level 8. That's insanity. That if you do want to work on them, you can't even get enough materials to work on them. And that's me spending all the crystals and everything I had to get this one to level 8. I couldn't take it to level 9. I do not have enough of the materials. So, holy God. Just so many problems with Datacrons right now. These stats are just ridiculous. These stats are they're outrageous, dude. I mean, the Ayla one's going to be gross too. It's already got 230, 450 health still with crit damage and protection. It's silly. It's really gross. I don't know how else to put this, man. They need to go away. Or if they're not going to go away, then they need to take GLs off this, and they need to really look at the stats. And they need to lower the stats, and they need to lower what people need to spend on the materials for this. Just gross. I mean, I'm doing it just to show how ridiculous they are. And I'm punching up in weight. I mean, that's why I'm facing people with 10.5 million. But I'm still full clearing them. You know, with my 8.9 million account versus a 10.4, 10.5 million, still get the full clear. And the reason I didn't do as well, one round I had a crash with JML, which really sucked. And then it's just horrible, man. It's really horrible. The requirements are outrageous too. If you want to take advantage of a Relic 7 Datacron, as we said, you have to have all your characters at Relic 5. It's silliness, man. Well, A2 Stewart, you think 450% is bad. The one I have on JMK is 568%. Someone hit over 600% the other day. I mean, 600% health steal is just outrageous. I mean, it's so gross. Yeah, I don't understand some of this stuff. It's completely bonkers. It's made GAC for some players just not fun. It's bad, man. These are really bad. Rayrock says, is it better to dismantle the Datacrons we don't have to make it to the level and use those materials like we're the ones that have been leveled up? You can. You can. I don't know if it's better. I haven't done it. I'm not going to I've only focused on Datacrons that I'm going to use. I haven't done extra ones like some people have. But if you're hurting for material, let's say you're trying to get one for Kenobi and you've got like a couple level 3s. I mean, get some of that material back to help you take that up, I guess, would be the answer. If you want to get one that's higher. I just focus on higher level Datacrons, and that's it. But yeah, the Datacrons I'm not a fan of. So ridiculous. I've had so many holds with Rey and Lord Vader. Kenobi I use for offense, but I mean, he can kill anything. And the Ayla one's going to go on defense, and that's going to be ridiculous too. So, I mean, it's pretty gross. It's really gross. So Cody wants me to look at his roster and then let the Wookiee win. I suggest to do strategy R2. Let the Wookiee win. We will get both of you guys squared away here. So, all right, let's go to Cody first. My good friend Cody. Hope you're having a good day there, Cody. And let's see what we got here. Rowdy says there's a guy that was near me in the leaderboards with 882% health still on GMK. I guess at some point there is a diminishing return. You can whole heal up to max health. Yeah, but with many turns as Kenobi that team takes, man. Let's say you take a turn and then they do all their crap. I mean, Kenobi one is ridiculous. Jack Daniels says, question, as a tester, were you able to provide feedback, data crunch, or did they nuke the program before you had a chance? I don't know how I should answer that. I'm trying to think of the timeline, too. Give me a sec. I'm trying to think of when the program ended. I think we... I'll get back to you on that, Jake. Dude. I can remember when the program, because all that happened really quickly, where the leak happened and then the program was ended. I don't remember where we were at. I'm trying to remember. Had I may have. I'll say this. If I had seen those, I would have provided feedback. Of course, anything I would have provided feedback on. So that goes without saying. I'm just trying to remember if I had done that at that moment. What was I working on then? I can't tell you guys, but I'm just trying to think in my head. Where was I at? What were we working on then? I'll have to go back through my notes. I'll get back to you on that checking else. But I'll put you this way: if there was in the game, if we had worked, if it had been there, I would. Why is my brain not working? I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure because that's a while back and I don't remember the exact timeline of what happened. I'll get back to you on that. Can you take a look at the roster? Okay, let me get back to mini roster views. Good question, Jack Daniels. If the Datacrons were there, I would have looked at them. I would have provided feedback for sure. I'm not going to tell you what that feedback was or anything because I can't tell you any of that. But if I did do Datacrons, then yeah, I would have. I would have done feedback on any character. And I'm trying to remember what characters I was doing at that point, too. Where did I end up? It doesn't matter. The program's gone. All right. All right. So we've got GMK and we got C. What are you looking? Where are you going to next here? We got GMK and we got C. Pretty nice. What are you thinking on? What do you want to work on next, there, Cody? Let's see here. Let me see here. How's your C looking? Oh, nice health mods. Good job. C looks good. JMK. Don't worry. Let the wiki win. I got you covered too. He looks good. Got some slicing to do on here. Yeah, there's some slicing to do on good. He'll get faster. So that looks nice. How are we on ships? Have Malevolence. Have Negotiator. So the question is what route you want to go to next. I mean, couple routes you could go. Just looking at overall what you have. If you wanted to do the 501st, cast 501st, I wouldn't be upset. You got him 7-star. That's good. How's your GR looking though? The Republic. They're looking really good. Separatists. Well, I should have known that they would look good because you have Kenobi. So that round one, and then. If you went for gas, you'd have to get B2, B1 up and stuff. So gas is not quite on the table there yet. Something to think about because he's a really good character. No Darth Revan yet. There's a few routes you can go here. So, if you want to go for a GL, I wouldn't be upset with you at all. Executor's on the table for you, Cody. If that's what you're going for next. Executor's a good play. I can see your Piet's Relic 5, your Boss is Relic 5. So Executor's a possibility. See, you worked on your Bounty Hunters pretty good. So Executor, I like JML. I like First Order, but let me look at your First Order. Have you done anything with First Order? Let's look here. There's some work to be done. So first, maybe not SLKR. I like Executor. I like JML. I like working on some of these other teams too. Like if you wanted to go JML and get your Rebels up and running, which I'm pretty sure your Rebels looked pretty solid. No, they need some work. So JML's not a bad play. Executor's not a bad play. JML's not a bad play. Going for gas if you wanted to is not a bad play. Eventually get the Revens. It's not a bad play. You have a lot of nice options here for your account, Cody. This looks really good, dude. It's just a matter of what you want to work on. You've got nice options here. What do you? What I would say this, Cody. What are you interested in working in? There's no wrong answer here. If you did gas 501st, I would be happy for you. If you did JML, I would be happy for you. If you did the Revens, I would be happy for you. If you went for, I think Executor should be the next play, just so you have the meta ship. So getting an Executor with your bounty hunters, troopers, all that stuff up, since you already have C, would be a really nice play. The program ended because of the leak. Okay, yes, thank you, Jack Daniels. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have tested Datacrons and I would have submitted feedback then. Sorry, I'm trying to do 900 things at the moment. Thank you, Jack Daniels. Try to do mini Ross reviews, answer questions, and get that. So yeah. Hey, the Wolf. Robin Hood of SWGOH here says, "What's happening, Ranger? Just doing mini Ross reviews." That's right. So the leak, because of that, yeah, I would have submitted feedback for that. Not going to tell you what that feedback was because I don't talk about anything because I'm under NDA. Hey, Chef D, what's going on? All right. Yeah, I kind of like all these options. I like Executor. I think JML's a really good play. I like gas. Really, Cody, this looks really good, man. It's what you want to work on at this point. You've got a really good position at 4.2 million that they're all really good answers. There's no wrong answer here. You've got two solid Galactic Legends. Gas is a great play. Executor is a great play. JML is a great play. SLKR is a great play too. I mean, I like all those options. In between your GLs, let's say like you want to go for JML next. Great. You get your CLS team, get your Jedi Luke team up and running. That would be really nice. Get your Rebels up and running. Then say you want to do gas in between. I like that too. Unless you want to go for Executive first, and then you can round out your Bounty Hunter teams and your Trooper team, Imperial Trooper team. That's a nice play. So it looks really good, Cody. I like this a lot, dude. Really focused account, really on point. The world's your oyster, bro. You can do whatever you want. There's no wrong answer here, man. I really like this. Really good modding on your GLs. This looks fantastic, dude. Love it. I love it. Nicholas says, nice roster, Cody. Yes, it's a really nice roster. All right, let the Wookiee win. Need some help. So hopefully that helps you out, Cody. If you're not sure, there's no wrong answer. Go have some fun, dude. Work on what you want to work on. All right, I got you, Dalton Miles Sato. Yeah, sorry, Jack. You throw that question. I mean, I have to start going back in the old memory and thinking, okay, where was I? What was I working on? And I'm in the middle of trying to do many roster reviews and stuff. I'm like, what was I working? Did I work on? Yeah, I did work on Datacron. And I did some feedback, but I'm not going to talk about it. This took me a minute to get the brain matter working there, Jack Daniels. Let the Wookiee win. Which GO would you advise me to go for next? I'm debating between JML or Lord Vader. All right. Lord Vader's off the board. Just no. Please don't do Lord Vader. It's your account. You can do whatever you want, Wookiee win. I like JML. If you want to work on JML, that's totally fine. Oh, look at this. You got Darth Revan up already. Nice. You have gas. Very nice. JML's on the board. Let me look at your Rebels real quick. And then your Wampa. So, yeah, would be a bad play for JML, but we got to work at one thing, and that's where are you at with Wampa? A Wampa? Can I find your Wampa? You even have him unlocked. Is there a Wampa? There he is. Already 6-star, so he's actually pretty close. So, yeah, JML would be nice. Lord Vader, no. Lord Vader's one of the last GLs you want to work on. Unless you're going to spend a fortune. And I don't know if you spend a fortune, but please no. Where were you when Ranger was a beta tester? Dun, dun, dun. That was months ago, man. Jesus Christ. I do like... It's not a bad play. GML's fine. Why is I meant to hit ships? You got the 2 get ships going. That's nice, really nice. So that's really good. Let me look at your empire real quick. So you'll be able to get Jedi Luke soon with Wampa. Get him up and running. I'm trying to think of this one for you. Hey, Bubbles, what's going on? Is this question? 49 channel and 23 likes. It says help a ranger out. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Jack Daniel. Sorry. I'm trying to do multiple things at once. You threw that question at me. I'm like, well, yeah, the beta program. I was a part of that. Where was I doing? Oh, yeah, I did do that. Just took me a minute to get there, brother. You know me, I have the brain damage. Boy, there's some nice choices here. You've done a lot of the heavy lifting. Revens, gas. There's a couple routes you can go here. I do like JML. I think JML is totally fine here, my friend. If you want to do that, again, let the Wookiee. This is your account. Work on whatever anything you damn well want. Now that being said, if you want to do Lord Vader, hey, I ain't gonna stop you, brother. I'm not, because this is your account. If you really want a Lord Vader, I just think the investment is incredible. Because you got to do Bad Batch, Relic 5, and then Lord Vader, and the relics for Lord Vader are the highest in the game. I mean, if you're a spender, that's different, but even then, even if you are a spender, I'm like, damn, man, it's one of the, not as strong a GL as some of the other ones you can go for. So I like actually JML more than I like Lord Vader by leaps and bounds. JML is just ridiculous. So he's a nice option. The other option you got to start thinking about is, again, C into Executor. You've got those 2 fleets that you've got done. So that's why I was looking at your Empire. Like, how close are you? You got the stars. It would just be the gear hull to get C. Or you can just say, screw that, just go for the ship. I mean, Executor is really good. It's the meta fleet right now. You're nowhere close to SLKR, so we're not going to think about that. So JML is a nice option. The good thing is you've done a lot of the background teams that are looking really solid. Your Grievous, your Scott, your Gas, your Revens. So if you're making a push now for the heavy hitting GLs, I like JML. Let's go for JML first. From JML, I like C or SLKR. I mean, the 2 that I always recommend at the end, just because Lord Vader is always at the bottom of my list, man, just because of just the... I can put my money where my mouth is, because I've done the farm, and I just know how brutal that farm is. And I can only imagine, as a lower mid-tier player, trying to work on that team. You're in a better position than most that ask me that question, because you've done a lot of the teams outside of that. But I like JML because it gets you into your Rebels, it gets you to your Rebel fleet, it gets you Jedi Luke, it gets you Jedi Master Luke. It's a really good play. I like C because that gets you into Executor, which also gets you into your Bounty Hunter teams and Bounty Hunter fleet, along with your Imperial Troopers. So those are the 2 routes that I would go. Looking at your roster, because if you want to start working on GLs, there's no wrong answer here. JML or C, along with Executor, I think is the play here. Especially with the fleets you've got done. You add Executor to your Negotiator and your Malevolence. Jesus, dude. At 3.5 million, getting close to 4, once all that's said and done, you're going to be a monster, dude. You're going to be a terror. An absolute terror, dude. But no, there's no wrong answer. If you're going to ask me JML, Lord Vader's on the back burner, brother. Go get JML. An easier farm, easier GL to get your hands on. Really much higher marks for me for JML team than Lord Vader teams. Very niche with Lord Vader. You need Maul really to make that GL work, unfortunately. But JML, you can mix and match all kinds of Jedi on that team and do beautiful things with JML. He's really good. So yeah, if you want to go JML, fine. I would recommend C and Executor after that. Get your Bounty Hunter teams, Trooper teams through that as well. That's really going to run out this roster nicely. And you're welcome with the Wookiee win. All right. Who else have I got? Someone else had one. Oh, Dalton Sato. Yeah, but Bad Batch in itself, dude, is a nasty farm as well because of the Chirotex. You don't even have them unlocked, so you have to get the stars up. They have to be 7 stars, then they have to be Relic 5. But the Chirotex, just for the 4 Bad Batch, I think you need for that team because you don't need a Mega. That's 1,600 Chirotex. That's a shit ton of Chirotex. Having done that farm, that's why I kind of have people put that off the end. Think about for the amount of characters you can get for these other GLs. Way less Chirotex other than the GL itself. It just focus on Luke, focus on C, and these other stuff that I recommended. Again, if you're a spender and you want to go for Lord Vader, then by all means go for it. Bad Batch is a great team, don't get me wrong. They're really good, but the Chirotex and gear on those teams is ridiculous. And as a lower mid-tier player, you're going to be running into some nastiness, my friend, trying to farm that stuff. So it's better to work on some stuff that you can get your hands on sooner and actually help you get better materials in the long run, like a JML, C, Executor, right? Crystals and all the stuff that you can use them in, Lightside GOTB and things of that nature, to make so when you're ready to do, because typically GMK, SLKR, C, JML, the first 4 GLs we recommend. There's no particular order. I mean, there is an order, but whatever, yeah, you're free to play, so definitely JML. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. It's JML. Go get JML. And then C and the Executor. Get your SLKR. Get all those characters up first before you go do a Lord Vader farm. Because once you go down that path, dude, you're locked in. And, brother, your counts ain't going nowhere for a while. Because it's going to take you forever and a day. The relic levels, like the relic 7s for Lord Vader alone are horrible. The relic 5s and up are horrible. The Chirotex are horrible. So just be aware, my friend. Be very aware. Sato! But really good account, dude. This is looking really good. Let the Wookiee win. And you're welcome. Glad I could help. All right. Dalton Miles, and then I think the lovely Kaya wants some help. Oh, I don't know what help I can offer the lovely Kaya. She's an encyclopedia of this game, but I will give it a shot. She could be testing me. He says, I'm working on GL Ray right now, but where should I go next? Sure. All right. Sato, 7.4, 1, 2, 3. So you're working on Ray. You do have Executor, I can tell, because he has a Relic Cape yet. Shocking if you didn't. Yeah, there it is. Let's see. C would be the next character to work on, or Starkiller. Let me look at your underlined force users here real quick. Oh, you're a Starkiller. Well, never mind. Oh, bonus. Winning. Very nice. So Star Schmiller's already done. Ray. Star. Yeah, C. Just go get C. You got a lot of it done already because you look at your Empire, dude. C for sure. Yeah, look at that. I'd also work on your Imperial Troopers and Bounty Hunters. Oh, they're looking really good. Just need to get Zam up and running. Not too worried about Aura, Embo, Greedo. But yeah, man. That looks really good. Imperial Troopers is a team I love. So C with Imperial Troopers would be really nice. I think, yeah, after Ray, go C. Well, that's coming along beautifully. Look at that. Resistance is looking good, dude. I really like this, Sato. So with Ray and then C, and you already have Starkiller. Yeah, man. The only thing you'd have to make a choice on after that is, I don't know if you're getting Malgus. That'll be nice. What's your Sith Empire looking like? Pretty good, actually. So Malgus will be a nice little addition for you. Yeah, I kind of like C right after Ray. I mean, a lot of the pieces will be in place. They'll get your troopers up and running. That'll be another team that'll help you out. So then you have Ray and Star Schmiller, and then you go into C, which will be quick turnover. That'll be nice. And then after that, you can make. I would wait after that. After Ray, start C. You might as well get the Imperial Troopers and C up and running. Let's see if we get a GL announced before we make a decision on Lord Schmader. But definitely get C. Ray and C with Star Schmiller. We'll wait on Lord Vader, see what comes up. But I would that's the route I would go. Imperial Troopers as well. Rounding up that team is a part of this farm. I think that'd be great, Sato. This is looking really good, dude. Really good, dude. I like this a lot, man. This is well done, dude. 7.4 million. Yeah, it's coming along beautifully, dude. Oh, I like this a lot, dude. Really well done. 18 Stewart says, I have all elevator requirements relics except the Bad Batch is stuck at gear 10 due to Carlos, just for context. Yeah. Welcome to the Bad Batch. Great team. Really good team to get, but yeah. Kaon, what's going on, buddy? Says my third account has a relic Piet with Executor. Yeah, that's a good play. It's ships, it's meta, it's where you get your crystals. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Arnelli says, hey Ranger, do you think the new Lord of the Rings gang will have a vehicle mode? Legolas shield that he slides on, horse-drawn carts, winged beast. No, I don't think we'll have that in Lord of the Rings. I don't think we're gonna have that. All right. Hopefully that helps you out, Dalton. This looks really nice. I like the play, dude. Really good. The lovely Kaya. All right, lovely Kaya. Let me see what you got going on here. She says, question. For my C versus G&K, should I relic armor more? Get more health on my Datacrons or relicate C or look for another count? I'm getting out cat on GK usually, but I'm scared stack up. All right, let's look at this one at a time. All right. Owie. That's your name is Owie. Love it. All right. C. What's your C at? Just in general terms of health. I'm sure it's going to be monster. Yep, 200,000. I tend to, at our level, Kaya, I don't like to dick around. I mean, you got a Relic 3 armor. How fast is she? 314. I run mine around 330 speed. I have a speed set, but you win health. Plus, you're going to get some more with this here. So, I think your armor is fine. Really, typically, C versus... I just try to get the 2 ingots on. If you're having that problem, then survive. Because they can ignore... They can't ignore taunt at a certain point, and J&K can. We want more survivability, Relic 5 on her, and of course getting 60 mods would help too. I don't think I've got mine. I think I've got mine Relic 5. I think. It's hard to judge this right now, Kai, because you don't have 60 E mods on, so you're not getting the bonuses from, like, say, the circle with the extra health and the stats from this. It wouldn't hurt, Kai, especially with Datacrons, to have speed and more stats on your armor. Especially when you're using C versus JMK, those ingots kind of important. And you got to get those on for C to do his mojo. I'd say Relic 5. Get her to 6E. Should be okay. As much speed as you can, because as soon as she can take that turn. Do you need to relegate your C? I would say... Let me look. Your C is Relic 7. It doesn't hurt. I mean, he's going to get more health. Any extra bonuses to this? He's already 200,000 health, but... I know if Pelby was here, she would tell you yes, relegate on C would be kind of important. Again, as much as you can get on these characters, especially now with Datacrons, to make them survivable. The Datacron with health steal and stuff like that will help somebody like C as well, so you can probably get away with that. But then, what if you lose that Datacron? What are you going to do afterwards? So I think taking I like relegate on all the GLs. The only one I like for Relic 9, though, is JML. The rest, I don't think Relic 9's... does much, a little bit here and there, but I mean, someone like C and I think relegate on GLs really does make a difference. Just every little bit helps, right? So I think relegate on C would help. I think armor getting her 6E and getting her. Let's wait. So I would say to do this: get your C to relegate, get your armor 6E, get her speed up, and see how that plays. Now, if that's not playing at that point. Then we may need to think about this again. Datacrons completely throws everything out the goddamn door. So, I mean, it's just my C dies final stretch after I get out GK and cat. It could be this situation. So I think relic 8, and I think having armor faster and beefier. I mean, that could help. Lord Vader's a relic 9, but I mean, he's still quite beatable with Fennec. I mean, DJ Scrim, you see me do it. We faced a couple, and I mean, I beat the shit out of him with my Fennec. So, I mean, he's still tougher to fight, but I mean, Fennec is just a hard counter to him, and the GMK. I mean, I don't know about Relic 9 on Lord Vader. It does help, don't get me wrong, but Relic 8 for sure. Relic 9's another discussion. So you get the 2 ingots, no problem. I still think, just to be safe, so let's do this, Kaya. I still think you need to Relic 8 on C. I think armor, it's hard to judge her until there. If you're getting the 2 ignits, try Relic 8. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to go back to the drawing board. So we're having to do that anyway with Datacrons. So, I mean, mine's Relic 8 and 200,000+ health, and I was using against a Datacron Ray. It was level 6. I couldn't land shock on Ray to save my life, and I ended up losing that because she just kept ulting me over and over again, because she had the one that she get fast ultimate. And it was unfortunate because if I just landed one shock, I would have had her ass. So, yeah, you still beat Lord Vader with Fennec at Relic 9. I don't know what the answer is here for you. I mean, every little bit helps. So Relic 8 and then armor a little bit stronger. Yeah, the stacking offense hurts. I don't know if there's a really good answer. Maybe that's the answer. Just getting him a little bit higher, a little bit more health and stuff. I mean, if you're doing want and you're doing the ingots, I mean, what more can you do? Maybe instead of the, maybe put the med pack on him as instead of the tank tech on him. If you're facing JMK, I'm assuming you're using the med pack in those situations. Maybe that's the answer. Again, with Datacrons, it completely throws everything on its head. I don't know if I have a really good answer. I'm just trying to think of ways that might help. I don't know if they will help. I mean, these are the best solutions I can come up with that are outside of Datacron on C with the health steal, on them and stuff like that. I just don't know. If you're faced with stacking offense, there's only so much even a health steal one's going to do because they're going to start hitting for absurd amounts of damage. Yeah, I do know what you mean, Kaya. But if you are taking JMK and CAD out and then you just have a cleanup afterwards, it's not bad. Yeah, I can look at your Datacrons. What do you got here? Ray, let's look at your Ray one. Jesus Christ, Ray does not need health still. That's gross. That's fine. I love this Turnimeter one because Ray doesn't have a lot of buffs. You've got the health and protection. She does. That's actually a fine one for the bonus mechanic for Ray. I like that. The hair one is to the Jedi one is where she gets the stacking 75% damage is the one you want the most. Actually, the bonuses for Ray, all three of them are really good. Her get into ultimate faster. This one's really good because she gets more max health and protection, and her damage is decreased. So that's actually pretty nice with these other ones. With the turn meter. And then she's also getting the 2% health and protection whenever they do gain a buff. So that's actually not too shabby. That makes your Ray really good. So it's not a bad one to do. I wouldn't change anything on that. And you got health still on that one too. That's gross. JMK, kind of the same. You've got the stun one, so yeah. I mean, ideally, the one you want for Kenobi is the ignore protection one, but that's the rare one to get. I mean, if you can get it, great. If not, this is okay for him too. The ultimate one's pretty nasty, actually, but that's fine. What's this level 7 one? Another Galactic Republic one. You could probably use this on Bad Batch. Level 5. Dark Side. Assume this is for Lord Vader with the Health Steal potency. And then the level 3 ones, I mean, you can put these on anyone. Can I guess or can I guess there, Kaya? Can I guess or can I guess? As soon as I saw the Datacron, I'm like, that's Lord Schmader. And Kaya confirmed it, that it was Lord Schmader. Yeah, I like this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of these. I mean, you're on the right track here. I mean, the level 3s and I mean, they do some stuff. I mean, they're not bad, but I mean, it's just a little bonuses here that you can throw on your teams that can give you some advantages. I'm okay with this, actually. I don't have a problem with this. This looks really, really good. I mean, Rey, you put on defense, she's going to do Rey things and going to make your opponent's life miserable. Kenobi, unfortunately, he can still be countered by a normal Kenobi team just because of the way the AI plays it and stuff. And we've demonstrated that. So keep your Kenobi for offense. The Lord Vader one's great for him on defense. I love that one, especially with Maul. That debuff one is just ridiculous with those two characters. This one, I think, for Bad Batch looks really good. You could use it on gas, too, if you wanted to. So any of those GR teams would be really good for that. I like that one as well. And then we already talked about the one for Lord Schmader. No, this looks really good. It doesn't help, though, when the AI takes turns to stun your entire team, though, which happens to me a lot. Yeah. Yeah, the Ayla stun one is really nasty. So, pretty nasty stuff. You could go with the Ayla one for that one. You've got the stun one on that. So, yeah, it looks really good, Kyle. You're on the right track. You've done more lower level ones than I have, but I've focused in on just on materials and nothing else, just for 3 level 9s and, you know, go for 3 level 9s and then 1 level 4. I could take another couple up to like 3 right now if I wanted to. I can unlock some more. Just have no interest whatsoever, especially with my cash. I'll just save the cash. So hopefully, no, it looks good, Kai. Looks really good. For the C thing, man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Try Relic 8. Try finishing in 60 stuff on your armor. She looks fine, but I mean, if you're facing something like that, I mean, a cleanup wouldn't be too bad. If you're taking a JMK team, you can 2-shot, especially with a secondary team that's like, go in there with Geos, finish them up, or something like that. That's not a bad play sometimes, especially with Datacrons being as ridiculous as they are right now. So, you know, yeah. If you want to go for that one for Bad Batch is really dope. And if you want to do the one for A, then put that on your JML team. I mean, Solo Straight says hop on a bit late, but hello there. Hello there. All right, we're doing mini Ross reviews. So if you want a mini Ross reviews like we just did for the lovely Kaya and Sato and everybody else, put your ally code into the chat along with what you want me, a couple things you want me to work. You're welcome, Kaya. You know I'm here for you. Lovely Kaya, I'm always here for you. But put your ally code in, a couple things you want me to look at. We're helping everybody with their mini Ross reviews on a Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It's the day we celebrate the awesomeness that is said tacos. How can you not? They're tacos. And how do we celebrate that? Well, I, being Ranger J 1999, will do mini Ross reviews for you. You don't have to do anything else. All you got to do is put your ally code in with what you want me to look at, and I will get you squared away. Give you the best advice I can. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You want to throw a tip in the tip jar so Ranger can go get some tacos today and it's appreciation, then you can do that. Tacos, tacos, tacos. Just note, I dislike Datacrons, but it's what the game has come to. Oh, I'm in the same boat as you are, Kai, and I think a lot of us are. I hate Datacrons, but they're here, and I'm going to test them out for you guys so you guys can see what they're doing, and it's pretty awful. We've had a couple opponents message me saying that Rey Datacron is ridiculous, and you know, they looked at it. They had to completely change their game plan just for that one Datacron to make sure that they could take that out. The Lord Vader one's going to give people heartburn as well. It's nasty. It's really nasty. It's changed the dynamic of our counters and everything else. I've gone completely 180 from, you guys knew I used to be more defensive in my GAC play. Nope. I'm more offense now because I know I'm going to need everything I can, especially at my level, because I'm facing these monster accounts that have just more GP and stuff on them. You know, all characters roll like 7 to 9. So yeah, trust me. I feel the pain of Datacrons, and I feel the pain of how it's changed GAC. And a lot of times I won, like when I went 3-0 that first week, I felt bad. I felt hollow because I won basically because I had Datacrons at level 9. They didn't. They're higher counts than me with their GP and stuff, but it's like, what do you say to somebody that you won because not because of skill, just because you had more something more OP than them? I hate winning like that. Gross. Super duper gross. I hate it. But it is what it is. So it's the world we live in right now, whether we like it or not. Datacrons are here. We've said our piece about them. I've moved on. Don't like them. Yada, yada, yada. But they're here. So I'm just like the rest of you guys. I'm adjusting and trying to figure out the best plays and stuff. Tilo, man, we got all kinds of legends in the chat today. Mary J is a content creator. We had the Wolf, Robin Hood of SWGOH. We got Tilo Mad 92, my boy, also a fellow content creator. You guys can follow. These are really awesome folks. You should check out their stuff. You know me, I pimp everybody's stuff. So one thing, I guess my guildmate gave me his account a couple months ago in St. Marina Show, so I can test a bit. Yeah, it's nice to test some of the stuff, but sometimes you still bang your head against the wall. No, I appreciate you, Tilo. You can also check Tilo and Calvin on their Monday stream. It's like a podcast they do. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure we'll put it in the chat, but check that out as well. It's really good stuff. I try to watch as many content creators and stuff when I can and follow everybody, but man, there's a lot of content creators. I just can't keep up anymore. I try to do as much as I can. No, I got what you meant. Matt, awesome show. There you go. Hope I can get a little bit better matchups this week in the GAC. We'll have to wait till the final stuff is, because last week was brutal. I went 3-0 the first week, and then I went 1-2 last week. We full shot clear, but man, I was facing some monsters last week. I'm in the 600 range. I was in the top 400 again, and well, Ranger made the mistake of he climbed too high, and I went 1-2 facing those monster accounts. Holy moly, those are some nasty. Almost pulled it off couple of times. I mean, the 10.5, 10.4, we almost beat both those guys. Got the full clear, but they just were way more efficient. So last round, I felt bad for the guy. Couldn't get through a lot of our stuff, even though much better account. Dude had crazy relics on his account. No shout out for Discord streamers. Okay, on. Yeah, it's Kaon. You can shout yourself out there. Your Discord. God, I can't keep up with all this crap. Get out of here, you. Kaon's got a Discord where they help people with JC. I can't keep track of this crap anymore, man. I try to pimp stuff when I can. I will look at your other account there. You're thinking Inquisitors? God bless you. You are. What a letdown they were, man. The team was just, even I've got a great Inquisitor. You can see mine's still gear 8. I just do not have the heart to take him up. I just don't. For me, it's Malgus, and then I'm actually going to do Juhani, and I'm going to do Omega first before I go do Grand Inquisitor. I'm going to take him up because I've got him, but what do I do with him? I mean, jeez. Celis says, so I haven't seen any yet, but has there been any footage for anyone that what an armor with the Datacron team has been like? Say, for instance, a Rozon Comicron on top of the Ray Datacron. No, I haven't. I'm sure there might be videos out there. I know a lot of them have been talking about it. Calvin and Zareth and stuff. I don't know if they've actually shown. I could tell you one thing that was shown was Arnold C versus Array Datacron, and he got his ass handed to him. And that's just giving an example of how bad these are. And then I've done some battles against Datacrons. So yeah, that last Arnold fight was brutal, man. I felt bad for the guys. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's horrible. Tila, you like Datacrons? You're a glutton for punishment, my friend. I do not like Datacrons at all. I think they're garbage. I'm sorry. There's no good reason on this planet at any time that I should have a JNK Datacron that has 568% health still. That's insanity. That's God. I just feel bad using it, man. It's like you're cheating, but you're not. You feel like you're cheating. Evo the Extraordinary, what's going on? Says Ranger Danger. What's going on, Evo? What's going on, big pimp? All right, I'm looking at Kaya's alt accounts. Is 9.7 million. At this point, I think Quizzers might be the only thing you can work on. What don't you have on this account might be the answer here. Yeah, Star Schmiller. All right, Jesus. I mean, outside of Inquisitors, yeah, hell still. So if they're going to do anything with Datacrons, Tilo, they need to get GLs off them, and they need to seriously look at these stats they're putting on these Datacrons. It's outrageous stuff, man. That health steal one is ridiculous. Someone sent me one that had 620% health steal on one of their Datacrons. I was like, oh my God. God. I guess Inquisitors would be the play here. There's nothing much else to work on. This counts pretty much. It's almost 9.8 million. Oh, for the love of God. Maybe like a Jihani with an Omicron. I'm just trying to find anything here other than Inquisitors. I don't like the concept of them. Here's the problem I have with Datacrons is that one, they're temporary. Trying to get the resources is a bitch, and then when you do get the resources, you can't fully take them up. The stats are way too OP. Even for certain teams, they're just way overpowered, and the abilities are just not well thought out. So here's the thing I don't understand, Tilo. We have Omicrons. Omicrons change the face of GAC in a positive way, and I love Omicrons. Then we get Datacrons, and it completely neuters everything that people have been working on. And then it does. I mean, a level 4 Datacron basically on a Lord Vader team, you have someone that you want them in. I mean, why would people want to invest in other than the top tier stuff? And even then, they can't beat this stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All right, let's look at the Datacrons here. The Ray one. Nothing to see here. Move along. Oh my God, you got hair of the Jedi. Jesus. Enjoy that. Oh my God. Oh my God, you got another GR1. Christ. Yeah. Yeah, that one's okay. Not really. The level 3 one's like, eh. That's a nice one. Yeah. Well, it's this one right here. I think I just saw it, right? The dark side one. This light side. Where was it? It was the one that had the. Yeah, this one right here. It's the debuff one. That's a perfect one for Lord Schmader. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's Schmader. And you want to build this one up for JMK? Yeah, and this one's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, God, these things are broken. If you get Hellsteel on that, that's going to be even gross. God. Especially one for Lord Schmader. I did get that one, Kai. If you go back to mine real quick. The one reason on that one on Lord Vader makes it such a why I had so many holes with Lord Vader in GAC was because you go to the Datacron I have here, it's this bonus here. I mean that's a nasty health but look at that 170.9. I could roll again see if I get more health still, but just to make this one even grosser. Cause so Lord Vader's constantly getting all his health back, and then he's getting his cooldowns. It makes killing Vader even more difficult with Fennec, and it just nasty. Just Kai, I don't know how you're doing it. I remember back in the day I did run 2 accounts. I was running myself and Grande. Yeah. Double everything just makes it burns you out. I don't know how you're doing it. But yeah, this health still one. And I thought about doing this one just to see if I can get the health still. Because that would be gross. Yeah, the one for health still for Rey is actually ridiculous. But I would have fun with it, Kaya. I mean, I would use it as kind of what I did with Grande's account. I just did it to have fun. I tested stuff out with Grande's account. I didn't really care how I did in GAC. I would just use it as more of an experimentation of like different defenses and teams and try different stuff out on that. And I didn't really care if I did well in GAC. We were just trying different stuff. Like, I don't know, let's try this team versus this team and see what the results are. And I didn't have to worry about crystals on it because it wasn't my account. So if we won, great. If we didn't, oh well, you know, same thing with everything else. I use it to experiment. So that's the way I would try to treat that other one. I wouldn't go, I mean, it's 9.8 million. I wouldn't go crazy with it. I would just have fun with it. Work on what you need to do slowly. Get like the Inquisitors on it just so you can try some stuff out. But have some fun with that account. I wouldn't, especially in GAC, that's your experimental account. That's where you try stuff out for your main. Play spell fan, you need some help? I got you. Well, I know they are. Tila says, my hope is they are monitoring which ones are broken and resources, but there's still a chance to change things since we're in an expedition period. They're not changing anything, I don't think, until after this first 3 months. I just don't see them doing it, Tilo. I just don't. So we're kind of stuck with these, and I just, yeah, I don't know what to say. Datacrons are all right. Place, but I've got to. Apparently, your ally code made my game crash. They did, and the game crashed on its own. But yeah, Chaos says, "Imagine 3 accounts. I must love the torture. You must." I mean, I know they are monitoring this stuff, Tilo, but to what degree? I mean, I know we're in the trial period, but Datacrons are a mess, dude. They're so broken, and most of the community. I know you like them, but most of the community is just quitting or just not involved with them whatsoever. And I've seen that at higher levels. Even people with like one account was really high. They said, nope, not doing anything with Datacrons. They hadn't done shit with Datacrons. Well, so 3. If I didn't sleep and didn't need to do silly work things, I could see having 2 or 3, but one is plenty. Yeah, I can only handle 1. I just remember how running Grunt, and I was running him like it was another account, like full account. God bless you guys that do it. And you guys are legends. Kaya, yeah, I was more competitive on JC on it, but now with Datacrons, I'm like, especially last group, a big 0-for-3 matches where I lost by a couple of banners, my opponent scoring 8-20s and 83. Yeah, it happens. It's hard to, you know how involved GAC is. So if you do that for your main account and you're pretty involved with the tactics and everything. So if you do one GAC, I'm pretty tired after one GAC. Then you're gonna go do another GAC. Woo-hoo-hoo. I've done it before. It wears you out. Evo says it's okay if it's broken because they only last for 3 months. LOL is CG's logic. I think that's what it is. They're gonna sleep for after 3 months. AT Steer, what's going on? Is I like the seasonal buffs are changing, but Datacrons are way overboard. Yeah, they're a little bit overpowered. Just a wee bit. All right, Placebo fan, our friend, wants us to look at his stuff here. He says, can you check if my Jahani is acceptable mod? I have a few Datacrons. I have no idea which teams would benefit from it. Well, Jahani ain't one unless you got Star Schmiller. Do you have Star Schmiller? Because really, I wouldn't touch Jahani unless you have Star Schmiller. You do have Star Schmiller. Okay, then she's in play. Definitely. She's not hard, man. Just she's a tank, dude. I mean, you got the Omicron on. She's going to get the bonuses, too. This is fine, dude. Plus, you have a couple to slice still. Yeah, good protection. You'll get some more, I think, from these. Yeah, you'll get a little bit more health and protection there. You got a protection there. Yeah, this is fine. Absolutely. She's going to be doing her thing. This looks really good. So, put this on the Star Killer team. She'll be your tank. She'll be your Jedi light side requirement. So it'll be Palpatine, Mary Jade, Star Schmiller, Visas, and Jahani. Go give people hell in a handbasket there, Playstyle fan. Looks perfect, dude. Just slice those last two mods up, and then her stats will be really good, man. I think you're fine, dude. Nothing wrong there. Looks really good. Other than that, I would wait. I don't save your for Datacrons. I mean, so let's look at these real quick. So you've got this one, Dark Side. You don't have Lord Vader, but Imperial Troopers work with that one. So that's not bad. Tila, you really want me to look at your stuff? All right. What's this light side one? You can use that on a lot of teams. What's your other level 4 here? I mean, that wouldn't be bad for like a Jedi Revan team or a Bad Batch team. 2% CLS. I mean, there's a lot of places you can use this. Like this other one here you have here, this wouldn't be bad for CLS. It's light side. They do a lot of debuffing. So CLS one wouldn't be bad there, or gas. Again, another dark side one, so you can use that on like a Grievous team would be good if you have it. I'm just giving you some ideas. So I mean, you can even use this with Jahani, like the dark side one. Oh, Evo beat me to it. You could use that with the Mary Jade team because she's going to do a lot of debuffing, so her cooldowns are constantly going to be on the cooldown. So that would be a nice Datacron for her as well. You don't have Lord Vader, but I mean, with the teams you do have, yeah, man, there's a lot of possibilities you can put on these guys. So it gives you some ideas on what you could use them on. The light side ones, CLS, the debuff one, gas is really good. The dark side one, we had Imperial Troopers. You also can use them for Mary Jade's, Palpatine, Mary Jade, because they're going to be debuffing the crap out of the team. That would be really nice. You're welcome, Playstyle fan. All right. All right, Telamed, my man. Let's look here. He says, finishing Lord Schmader. Oh, no. You're doing Lord Schmader. And getting ready for Malgus. Let's do Malgus first. Yeah, let's do Malgus first. Let's save up everything for Malgus. Sortie team. Oh, boy. You're asking some crazy questions here. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 GLs. Do you have Star Schmiller? I'm going to assume you have Star Schmiller. You do. Okay. I mean, Lord Vader does make sense. I'm going to be honest, man. I would totally be saving up everything you need right now for Malgus. Definitely Relic 8, definitely Relic 9. He's going to be a monster, which I'm sure you already know. If we're talking gearing for Inquisitors, there's only two of the Inquisitors that you really need to focus on for any of the other ones. And that's Second Sister and Ninth Sister. Ninth Sister is a great tank for the Empire, and Second Sister because of her ship. Her ship is phenomenal. Whether it's the Chimera or the Executrix fleet with the Empire, she is. I mean, I'm getting holds like crazy with that fleet. It is really terrorizing people, having the maxed out Second Sister in her ship. It's really incredible how good that ship and her is. But other than that, unless you want to go for Grand Inquisitor, I would slow farm the hell out of the Inquisitors. But of all the Inquisitors, those two, they have their uses. Ninth Sister, phenomenal good tank for the Empire, and Second Sister because of her ship. I would wait. Honestly, dude, slow farm the Inquisitors. If you want to slow farm the Stars and Sortie, sure. I mean, you really have nothing else to work on but Lord Vader, so I'm not bothered by that because that's the next GL. But for gearing purposes, you're going to get Malgus, and if I'm going to say two characters, I mean, Malgus is going to make Sith Empire gross, and really change the dynamic of things. With that team, troopers will no longer be able to take it on and other things. So you're gonna have to start like saving SLKR for that kind of crap. And his Omicrons are really nice too. So I think the priority is gearing Malgus. That's what I'm doing right now. If you look at my account, I still think getting Lord Vader's fine. It gets you your last GL. That's just makes it, But I would save all Omicrons. I wouldn't spend any Omicrons anywhere. It should all be toward Malgus. I've intentionally saved everything for Malgus. I haven't even worked on anything else because I'm just saving and hoarding for everything I'm going to need for Malgus. I even got Clayton bought this or donated for me to get the other day the pack that gives me the Relic 9 material so I can take him to Relic 9. He's going to be a beefy boy. He doesn't need speed. He just needs to be beefy as hell. He's a tank, so he's going to get the benefits of Relic 9. So you'll have two. Yeah, you can get away with two with him initially. I'd still save up all your Omicrons from all the events for Malgus. I mean, Malgus is the play. And then after that, go back to Lord Vader. Slow farm your two Inquisitors. I just got to tell you, dude, I have the Inquisitors Relic 5. I've got the Grand Inquisitor. I am not impressed. I have not even done anything with him, Tilo. He has been very disappointing, to say the least. I will eventually put gear on him, but I mean, thinking about the Chirotex and everything I'd have to invest toward him just makes me a sad panda. So he's at gear 8. Me. Sortie's not a bad team. I actually like the Sortie team. It's a pain in the ass. If you can, we used Grievous on it the other day, took it out, no problem. The Sortie team it's a solid team. It's not a bad play either. And your account's going to have a lot of the pieces for that to make that work. But I went in there with Grievous and destroyed it the other day. Grievous BB-8 will handle it, no problem. You just kill all the other droids, and they just don't do enough damage to where I was ever worried on the Grievous team like I wasn't going to be able to handle it. So Grievous handled it quite well. And other teams can handle Sortie. It can get ahead of you and can get nasty, but at our level, I mean, I farm her stars, but yeah. I think the play here is Malgus. It just really is. Malgus, and then Lord Vader. I like your Lord Vader play. You might as well get the last GL, get him in place. You already got Maul, so that's a nice play with him if you want to do that. It gives you more pieces on the puzzle, Tilo, and I know that's one of the things you deal with is not having your opponents can do different things because you have one less GL. So having Lord Vader on there, having Malgus on there, Grand Inquisitor ain't gonna scare anybody. I think someone put that down the other day and I just CLS'd it and said, get out of here. we killed Seven Sister right off the bat, and then I think it was like, well, we win. Other than that, I think you're good, dude. I mean, what else are you going to really work on? You're kind of getting to that point where it's like, other than that, is there any teams you need to round out? Crew members are always an important thing. I always go to people's crew members and it's like, okay, how are your crew members looking for your ships? And yours look pretty solid here. I mean, eventually you'll want to look at like your Rebel fleet. So you're going to have to start looking at Akbar. You're going to have to start looking at Biston. You're going to have to start looking at Scarecrow Pathfinder, because fleets are going to come. Once you get through Lord Vader and Malgus, you got to start thinking about some of these crew for your ships. Because at our level, ships is where the rubber meets the road. You've got Executor, but it's not just First Order. You've got the counter, cool, but you still need, like, you know, depending on the lineup, like what you're going to deal with here. Home 1, you just get to like Akbar to like 3. Scarecrow Pounder and Biston for your Ewing is really important. Oh, I know you're the underdog here, but I'm just trying to think of ways that'll help you out. So getting your Rebel fleet up, because you can take on Executors that go the offense, the 3 ships route. That's for negotiator counters. It just gives you more counters and fleets. That'll bite you in the ass. For the most part, you're pretty solid here, but there's some work to be done on some of those characters. Your Geos you could work on as well. Mainly your big Geos with your ships. Your GBA needs to go up. Your Spy, Sunfac, and Soldier. Not too worried about Poggle, but if you can get those guys relicked for their ships for your Malevolence fleet, that's a play. Well, I hate to tell you this, Tilo. If you want to do well in GAC, and I've had more holes with ships than I have with anything else, ships are the play. Because typically when you get to Upper Kyber 1, it comes down to, when you're into Kyber 1, do you have all the basic ground forces? And then your secondary teams being really good as well for the other counters. Because a lot of times you're going to run into opponents that have ridiculous A and B teams that you're just like, Jesus Christ, these are all Relic 5. And they're well modded. If you get through all that nonsense and then your ships aren't in order, then you're going to get smoketed. Luckily, you do have enough that you can, for offense, you have the stuff for offense. You got Executor, you've got First Order, so you got the ships that you can handle offense, but you're not leaving yourself a lot for defense. Tila hates ships unlike me. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of ships, but I'll tell you what, I've made the investment because I know that those are where it is. So I think Lord Vader's fine, dude. Do the 2 Inquisitors and then start thinking about some of your crew, like your Geos. It's a good team to have as a cleanup. It's also good for your ships for Malevolence. That gives you something to use. But I think Malgus is the play, dude. Save everything for Malgus. After Malgus, go back to Lord Vader. After Lord Vader, kind of wait and see. You want to work on Inquisitors for the Ninth Sister, and especially Second Sister for your ship. Do that. But other than that, I wouldn't jump on the bandwagon for Sortie. It's good, but I don't know if you wanted to make the investments into it. I like Sortie, but I don't know if I want to go cray-cray with her unless they make me. Which I do the same. I put down, yeah, out those 3 fleets too, but if you're facing me, Tila, you're going to be facing the same fleets. What are you going to use? All right, you got Malevolence, but I don't think your Malevolence is taking on my Negotiator with the relics I've got on mine. And then you got First Order for Executor. Cool, you got Executor. But you still have to have what are you going to use for the Empire fleet? You know, I guess these teams, this is what it comes down to. And I've got the counters because my ships are all pretty much the main pilots I need are relics. Still some work to be done even for me, but yeah. It's something to think about. All right, Emmett wants us to look at, and again, you guys can check out Tila Matt on his channel, Tila Matt 92 on Twitch, and then the Matt Awesome Show on Mondays. Him and Calvin have a lot of fun. All right, Emmett wants to know what next. Well, let's look. Well, that's my stuff. That's not what I meant to hit. I was looking at the chat and clicked the wrong button. Fleet's getting stronger now that you're getting Potato Head Ray. Well, yeah, it all ties in. Troll. All right. I got 3 GLs. Looks like you've got the Executor. Yes. Good. Good. JMK Datacron, Lord Vader, or JML next? Oh, well, I'll look at your Datacron here in a second. JML. JML. Get your Rebels up and running. Get you into Jedi Luke. Get you into JML. I'm always going to pick that over Lord Vader. Yeah. Get you into your Mon Mothma team too. Yeah, that's an easy one, JML. Let me look at your me see what Datacron you got on for JMK. Christ, look at this monster of a thing. How much crit damage did you get on this? 29. Christ. 55% crit damage. And you got some health still. And you got that tenacity. Look at that tenacity hit. Yeah, let's just add 60% tenacity to JMK. That's fine. Oh my god. You've got the offense stacking, which is even gross. You got the stun one. And you've got the ignore protection one. I think you're all right there. I'm just going to throw that out there. Hey, Boss Livewire, my fellow officer and guildie. Oh my god. Emmett, okay. I think you're good on that, Datacron. You're good. You're good. Everything's good. That one's creamy. Yeah, that could not have rolled better if I Jesus, dude, you got the best of the best there, dude. That is outstanding. Oh my god, that Datacron's gross. Oh, that's so nasty. But yeah, I think it's JML here. Lord Vader's last, in my opinion, for GLs. You got that on one reroll? Jesus Christ. Better than what I got. Thanks for the video there. I'll look at that here in a bit, Keon. Sorry, I'm trying to do a million things here at once. You're farming Bad Batch? Okay, that's fine. Bad Batch on its own merits is fine. Oh, God, it's a lot of Chirotex, brother. I mean, it's your account. You do what you need to do. If you want to go for Lord Vader, I am not going to stop you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to ask me JML or Lord Vader, I'd say stop what you're doing for Bad Batch, for gear, and go JML. Now, I don't mind if you want to go Lord Vader after that. Fine, you've already started the Bad Batch stuff. But the reason I would have not wanted you to do that is because the Chirotex are... That's 1,600 Chirotex, dude. That is a shit ton of Chirotex. I know, because I did the farm. It's horrible. You know, so it's like, good God, it's a ton. Evo says, my Lord Vader was my second GL just because how much I want him in the game. Yeah, listen, this is just advice, guys. But at the end of the day, you go for you want. Like if you want to go for Lord Vader, you go for Lord Vader, brother. I have no problems with that whatsoever. None. I have no problems with that because you're going to go with the characters you want to play with in the game, like Evo. I have a problem with that whatsoever. Nobody should have a problem with that. You go for what you want to play with. You want to go with what makes you happy and what you want to use in the game. So if you want to do Lord Vader, go for it. I just want to warn you that the Chirotex are awful, and you've already got a taste of that already with Bad Batch. I think JML is a better route, but if you want to go Lord Vader, that's fine. But Lord Vader, JML, whichever one you want to go for is fine. You'll get Bad Batch. And then just look at some of your teams in between that you may want to work on, or characters you want to get up and running, just for any of your teams that are short on anything. Whether, you know, just going through, maybe you want to work on Iden eventually, stuff like that. So, but no, this looks really good, dude. This is really solid. 7.3 million, basically. 3 GLs, getting the 4th and 5th on the way. Bad Batch is not a bad team to have, even if you're not going for Lord Vader right away. But man, those Chirotex are, they're brutal. They're so brutal. But the value you get out of Bad Batch for the teams that they can destroy is pretty good. Even my Omega's still gear 11, and yeah, she does work. She does good work. Yeah, your Datacron looks great. This looks really good. I would say JML, but hey, you go with what you want to play with, my friend. I like all of it. That looks good, dude. It was really nice. TW has started. Oh no. Eva says my Relic 5 Omega hit for 45k yesterday, which I was pretty proud of. What's the splash damage you get from that team too? The extra damage that does to the other characters. You didn't really pick up on it with, like, say, Omega or them, but yeah, it's pretty nasty. Bad Batch is a phenomenally good team. Looking at what I'm working on, you can see Grand Inquisitor sitting there at Gear 8. He ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Malgus is the play for me, and I've got pretty much most of the materials ready for him to go to Relic 9. Then after that, it's going to be Juhani, because I'm pretty close to getting the next Omicron up and running for her for TW. I really want to get that for my Starkiller team. So I had to take her to Relic. She's Gear 12. Then Omega. I'm thinking of getting Omega up and running just to make my Bad Batch that much better with her. Then I'll do Grand Inquisitor. I mean, those three are more important to me than Grand Inquisitor. You can see I've got Grand Inquisitor. I've done any Omicrons on him. Nothing. Just... yeah. Nah. It's like, no. No using. Eva says, since I won't need my Malgus shards this time around, all conquest credits will probably go towards Impulse Detector. Sure. I may do the same thing, my friend. Let me do this real quick, and then I got you, Darth Glizzy. I have to do my obligatory go in, go out, be done. And we're done for the day. Yay. All right. Darth Glizzy. Let's see here. It says, I just finished C. Not sure what to go next. Thinking Executor. I think that's actually the right play there, Darth Glizzy. Without even having to look, I'm pretty sure you want to go get Executor. All right. Let's see where we're at. We're at 4.4. You have C. Yeah. Executor's not a... Oh, you got gas already too? Nice. Giant Rabbit? Ooh. Very nice. Yeah, let's look at your bounty hunters first. I mean, I'm leaning toward Executor. Yeah. Cool thing with C is that gets you into your Imperial Troopers, and going for Executor is going to get you. We need to get who do we? Pretty much you can get to which one everyone. I mean, you go range or Gideon, whatever, and throw this on your Imperial Trooper team. So that's looking good. You need 3 relic levels for Piet, but then bounty hunters, just start working on them. Yeah, just need some gear. Easier said than done, I know. We have to get Bam. How's your Bam looking? If you have him unlocked, do you have Beskar Mando? Mando, that is Beskar? You do. You do. Yeah, I gotta say, start working on your Executor. Get your ships. Let's see real quick. You're working on negotiating malevolence at the same time. Yeah, get your Executor. From Executor, a couple routes you can go. I think Executor also working on your Imperial Trooper, running out that last character for them, and then your Bounty Hunter getting that up. That's really going to help you here with a lot of your depth for your teams. He kind of is evil. What am I not seeing here? I see Jedi Revan, but what about Darthy Revan? Alright, so eventually we could start. So in between, I think Executor into whichever next GL you want to go for. The 3 that I recommend is either JML, first SLKR, or JML. There's no wrong answer on any of those. After you go for Executor, get him unlocked, round out those teams. So then going for your next GL will be important. So there's no wrong answer here. JML's fine. JMK is good. More relic requirements on him, especially after doing Executive. That might be a little rough. First Order is really good with SLKR. It's not a bad play. All 3 of those are good options as your GL option. In between, you're working get on Negotiator Malevolence. Pick one, take it up all the way to 7 stars. You can probably do Negotiator probably 7 stars first with your get 2. and then Malevolence, because Malevolence at 5-star can do some good work for you for ships. Negotiator kind of needs that bump with the 7 stars. Into Malevolence, and then, but with Executive, Negotiator, Malevolence fully armed and operational, I think you'll be in a really good spot. So I do like that. Round up that last person for your Imperial Troopers. Round out your Bounty Hunters just for your Bounty Hunter team and for your ships. That'll be really good. Then after that, go for your next GL, whichever one you want to go for of those 3. I would recommend. Of course, if you want to do Lord Vader, like I said, if you want to do Lord Vader next, hey, it's your account. You go with whatever you want. I would recommend those 3. I tend to lead toward SLKR as a second GL for people, just because you get them the First Order fleet, and SLKR is a phenomenally good GL. And then in between each of those GLs that I just mentioned, SLKR, GML, GMK, in between, work on something else. By the time you get your next GL done, you'll probably be in a position to where you can go for one of your other characters' teams, like Sith Empire, getting your Darth Revan, and start thinking about Malak as part of this as well. But I think that's going to keep you busy for a bit. But I do like the Executor play. The other thing that you should go for next, I think Executor's that. Keep working to get to 7-star Negotiator, finish up Grievous. By the time you get Executor up and running, then start thinking about your next GL. And I'm happy with any of those 3. They're all really good choices. GMK is a great choice. SLK is a good choice. JML is a good choice. There's no wrong answer. Let me look at your Wampa, though, before we say GML. Do I have a Wampa? Wampa? We have a Wampa? He's 7 stars. Okay, good enough. So you could go Janet Luke into JML. I always look before I say, got to have Wampa, because you need Janet Luke to get Janet Master Luke. So always look for the Wampa. You're welcome, Glizzy. All right. We are doing mini roster reviews. People are putting their ally codes in. We're looking at stuff. You don't have to do anything else. Just follow like everybody else is doing. Put your ally code with a couple things you want me to look at. You can you just put it in there. You don't have to do anything else. I will look at your roster, give you the best advice I can on what you've got going on right now, whether it be mods or teams or direction, things of that nature. Don't have to do anything else. If you want to do something, I mean, I work for tips. There's the tip jar. If you want to throw some tips in for the Ranger J 1999 Taco Fund, there you go. That should make you happy. All right, AT Stewart, and then Finbar Farrar wants me to look at something, so we'll do that. All right, AT was first, though. And goes down. Hope that helps you out. And if you get stuck anywhere, just let me. You can message me anytime. Anybody can message me anytime in Discord. It's totally fine. Like I said, I stream extra on Tuesdays just for this purpose before the next GAC round starts, just to give people some advice. All right, AT Stewart says, just finishing the Ultimate. Good. Where to next? Was thinking to finish up Pita Bread's ship, grab Radis up for Sort of Fleet, then SLKR. Well, what ships do you have first? I'm not the biggest fan of Radis. She's fine, but she's more of a cleanup team for me. Executor's done. Negotiate Malevolence. All right, so that's all good to go. Let me just look at your Bounty Hunters real quick. Yeah, I finished up your Bounty Hunters. Let's get Grief and Mando up and running. Start your farm on Fennec. And Zam. Those 4. This is the combination. You see what I do with them. But definitely Grief and Mando. They're just too good to just not be done. So that's the first thing. Keep working on your Sea Alt. Though, but start working on those 2 for sure. Pita Bread. I mean, Pita Bread, you can have... My characters are like Gear 9, Gear 10. Pita Bread just comes in and does what Pita Bread does. I don't really need to go that heavy in it. Now, the ship itself, you want to get 7 stars. Yeah, so getting Ebon Hawk. But even at low stars, it comes in, it does its thing. But farming that ship is totally fine. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Really good ship. Yeah, it's only 5 stars, but it should still do some good work for you as a reinforcement. And then, but yeah, we need to get that to 7 stars. So yes, definitely stay on the Pita Bread farm. Is that a ship farm? It is a ship node farm. Yeah. Good luck to you, buddy. You want to do First Order Fleet before SLKR? They kind of go hand in hand. I mean, you've got those 3. You want to go into SLKR. I'm totally fine with that. if you're going to go SLKR, you're going to get First Order Fleet anyway, because all these characters. So on top of this, I would farm. You're doing pita bread. Let's get Echelon going as well. If you're going to go First Order, pita bread's fine, but if you're going to go in your First Order Fleet, Echelon's important. Where's your Echelon? Yeah, start farming that. The characters on their relic levels will naturally progress just from you doing SLKR. Finishing up Finalizer, Hux will get his natural relic level. First Order Officer will get his natural relic level. But yeah, on top of pita bread, let's add Echelon as part of the farm. You need for that to be an effective counter against Executors. You can do it against other ships like the Empire and stuff, but you do need to farm that ship. So I'd add that to your list of farms. If you're gonna go but your characters will get, just if you go for SLKR, it takes care of the fleet itself for the character for the relic levels, which is really nice. So I do like the SLKR play here. You can grab Radis. I wouldn't work too hard other than just getting the Radis shards. Just get the ship up to just to get Radis unlocked. That's fine. I wouldn't go cray. Again, you'll get a lot of those characters and stuff when working on Radis is fine. But again, when you go for Ray, then that'll take care of naturally it'll take care of your ship. But I do like the SRKR First Order play. Yeah, but pita bread, fine. I wouldn't worry too much about Ray's Millennium Falcon until you start working on Ray. Honestly, dude. First Order is fine. And that'll get you the character relics and then the ships you can work on. And the only one you really need to work on is Echelon and then finishing up Finalizer. So if that's your next big play after you finish C, that's totally fine. I would say think about your bounty hunters just to at minimum Grief and Mando. Get them up before you start going into SLKR. Again, we want to have a full in-depth roster, so having that bounty hunter team fully up and get those 4 up and running first, then go for First Order with SLKR. So that way your bounty hunters are in place and you can use them. They're great on offense. You see me use them. Farming the Stars on Fennec and getting her up and running as a part of that isn't a bad play. Zam is, of course, we've talked about Zam on this channel lots of times. Bounty Hunter is a good call, and then go into First Order SLKR, farming the Echelon, farming. I'm fine with the pita bread. Don't worry about the resistance stuff for right now. Once we get SLKR, then you can go for Ray next, but that'll take care of itself once you go for Ray. Now, if you want to farm the Millennium Falcon itself, Ray's Millennium Falcon for the stars, sure, you can add that on there. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, bounty hunters into SLKR, into First Order, into the First Order fleet with Finalizer, getting stuff set up and working toward your Radis fleet, and then resistance into GL Ray. Yeah, it works for me, dude. All right, I hope that helps you out, my friend. Finbar, where do I go next? GML or Star Killer? That is a great question. That is a really good question. I'm going to do this real quick. Let me just... Okay. You got it, AT, man. That's what we do, brother. All right, Master Aragon. Lord Aragon. And last I looked, Theon, not Aragon, was the king of Rohan. Smacked him down. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Geos. Where do I go next? JML or Star Killer? But it's going to depend on what you have farmed so far, brother. Where are you? Unaligned Force users. What do we got? We got Mara Jade. She's pretty close. Ooh, okay. Sith. Ew. I don't. Ew. We don't even have Kyle Katarn. I don't know if it's just not unlocked. We don't have Dash. I mean, Mara's coming along, but you can use Mara just for an Empire team. How do your Rebels look? First off, on Jedi, do you have... Okay, and then Rebels. And then do we have a Wampa Wampa? Do we have a Wampa Wampa? I'm gonna be honest, man. I think you go for Jedi Master Luke, man. A lot of those pieces are in place. Go get Jedi Knight Luke. Go get JML. You got a hefty farm in front of you with Cantinas with those other characters, and you still got some work to get Mara Jade to 7 stars. A lot of your Rebels are in place already to do at least Jedi Knight Luke and the Jedi Master Luke. I mean, well, it's a tough call here, Finbar. I like JML a little bit more than Star Killer here. Now, JML into Star Killer would be fine. Leave GL Ray for last. I would do this. I would farm the hell. I would do, it's mainly go for JML. At the same time, get those stars and all those characters. Don't worry about gear. Right? Dash, Talon, Kyle Katarn. Get them, you have to Cantina farm those 3. So at the same time that you're working on gearing up and getting the Jedi Knight Luke JML, finishing that off, and then by that time you get the stars and you have to take all those to Relic 5, but at least you got the GL knocked out, then you can go right into Star Killer. And then after that, then you go get GL Ray. I think that would be a play. You're 6.7 million, so not a huge rush for that. You got a lot of the other pieces in place, which I really like. You got Gas and Darth Revan and things of that nature. So this is a very well-rounded account. But I think going for, I gotta say JML. I think you'll be able. Star Killer is going to take you a minute to farm, even with the refreshes of crystals. You have to get the drop rate. It's going to take you a while to get those characters each with Cantina to get them up. It's 3. You're closest. I don't know how close you are with Mara Jade, but looking at this, there's no wrong answer here, Finbar. If you want to go Star Killer, by all means, you go Star Killer. But if you're asking my advice, looking at where you're at with your accounts and stuff, I'd go JML. Jedi Luke into Jedi Master Luke, get your 5th GL, and then go get Star Schmiller right afterwards. And it'll set you up beautifully. So you do the gear and stuff for JML, then go right into Star Killer. Poby says, hiya. Says, how are you still streaming? Well, it's easy. I've got the stream button going active, and I'm still streaming. It's Taco Tuesday, Poby. You know I stream extra on Tuesdays. You know this. Poby knows. She's just playing. The Hand of Emperor Ray, 1999. Poby 1 Connecticut. Good. The dark side is strong with Poby. But this is coming along really nice, Finbar. It's a good looking account. So I think JML into Star Killer. I'd say Ray for last. It's just their last GL farm. But getting Star Killer on there would be really nice. And it's like once you get the stars on the characters, then you can just go right into those 4 characters, getting the gear, and then going right into Star Killer. Plus, by working on GML, Jedi Luke, that's going to get you started on your Momo team. And so when you do get Kyle up and running, that'll be something you can throw on your Rebel Fighter team. So that'll be kind of nice too. That's the route I would go, Finbar. Hopefully that helps you out, my friend. Good. Hey, thanks for the tip for the taco fun. EF, you know who you are. Thank you very much. Taco Tacos, got some tips in the tip jar for Ranger in Taco Tacos. Love me some tacos. Taco Tacos, love me some tacos. The only thing better than a taco is a sour salad. Ask Poby. All right, let me check the stores real quick because we did have... I didn't buy everything I needed out of here. We'll check Mod Depression again here. I said I stream extra on Tuesdays. Help people. We help the people, the peppers, try to get their accounts better. We'll take that. Thank y'all. Guild activity. I just need Need me some Carbantes there, eh? All right. No. Yes. Actually, I'll take that. Mods. All right. Anything in here worth a damn? 2 gold mods and no speed. That's great. Where do you? I wish it had speed. That triangle's not that bad. That's actually pretty nice. But it doesn't have speed. So, all right. No mod depression. I guess the Illuminati said not today. Don't tell Thane. Yeah, don't tell Thane. Yeah, don't tell Thane. Don't tell Thane shit. Anything here? I do want those. And then we want more of those. Okay, and then I'm looking for... Well, they're not there. The Cheddar Comlinks. MK4 Cheddar Comlinks, and they ain't there. They ain't there. We was robbed. I mean, why not? Could always use more of any of this stuff. Damn it. Alright, I think that's it. Anything on the shard store? I didn't look there, did I? I will take some more of those. And no Cheddar Comlinks in here either. They just don't want us to have that Cheddar Comlinks. Damn it. Oh well. Well, diarrheas. All right, let me check the forums. See if there's anything in the forums. I'm peeking. I'm peeking. Just looking to see if there's anything. No. Okay. Just looking. I'm just looking. Well, diarrheas. All right. If you want a mini roster review, you guys know the deal. Put your ally code in. What you want me to look at, we will look at it. Ally code, a couple things you want me to look at. Mini roster review days. Don't have to do anything else. Just put that in there. If you want to throw a tip to the tip jar, you can. You don't have to because I just do it for the tips. Anything else going on? No, it's Chill Tuesday. Do you think there will be a GL announcement or something this week? I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know. Christ. At this point, I have no idea. All right. Just checking. TW's kicked off, but I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, maybe a marquee. I could see that Kaya this week. It's the week right after a holiday. I don't know if we're going to get any announcement this week either. If anything, probably next week, or we got something coming soon. I just don't know what they're going to announce. I don't know if they're going to get anything this week. Coming right off the holiday weekend, so... Oh, damn, I missed this Sith raid. Oh, well. He came out, 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, I want to say? Admiratus. So, maybe something related to him. We'll see. I mean, we might get a little news this week. I don't expect anything big, but you never know. I don't know what the schedule is for CG on announcing stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'd be nice, right? Yeah, I could see a marquee. I could definitely see a marquee. That wouldn't surprise me at all, Kai, if we got a marquee this week. I don't know if we're going to get a big announcement, but you never know. We could get a big announcement. I don't know. All right. So if you want a mini roster, feel free. Also, next Monday, I'm going to be streaming pretty much a lot on that day. Maybe I'll do it Sunday. But Monday is my birthday. You guys always drive me nuts. You guys made me create this list a long time ago. You guys want to give me something for... there's the list. I created it. It's the Amazon wish list. I put crap there like figures and Star Wars stuff, on there. So if you want to get something there, feel free for my birthday. Just I gave up a long time ago arguing with you guys about this. You guys wanted me to put it on there. I put it on there. So there you go. It's there. So there's a list of all kinds of crap on there. Yeah. So there's all kinds of mainly Black Series figures, stuff like that. I mean, yeah. But I put them on there. There you go. I've done my duty. All right. All right. We got another roster review. There we go. Just it's the Amazon wish list is so many years ago. The skewers made me create a list. And so I just put stuff on there. And basically, if you buy something off there, it sends it to my address right away. I already set it all up just to cut the middleman out. So if you want to give me something for my birthday, there it is. Because people would bug me like, how do I get you something? What's your address? A lot of times, like, I got you something I want to send to you. I just got, so I'm like, here's a list. Here's stuff here's crap you can buy. You don't, please don't feel like you need to, but if you want to, I'm just like, cool. Here's a list. The address would automatically ship to it. You guys don't have to do anything else. And that's why I set up the PayPal the way I did too, because I got, it's like, just, if you want to give me something, just send me the money. I'll get it. Or if you want to get something off the Amazon wish list there. So there, I've taken care of all the legwork. You guys, you're good. So there. It's just, I've been down this road too many times. So I did the extra work for you guys. Simple, to the point. There you go. All right. Oklahoma every night, my honey lemon child, where the waving wheat can sure smell. Sorry, I started singing the song. We know we belong to the land. Good old Oklahoma. They need some help with their roster. I'm going to do it. It says, I'm melting in Texas today. I'm not too far behind you, dude. It's in the 90s here in Alabama. So, and I'm from Texas, Oklahoma. I'm from Houston. So I know all about that muggy hot melt your... Oh, boy. So Oklahoma. Let's see what we're going to work on here. It says, just got Malik. Very nice. Congratulations. Now what? 3PO? You could. You got to do the Ewoks. Like Gear 10, 11. If you want to do that. Look at that Malik. There he is. Congratulations. We need to start getting a little bit more focused. 3PO is fine if you want to get that for your CLS team. But you need to make a call here. You've got good pieces here, like Rev and Malik. So you need to make... So here's what we need to decide here, Oklahoma. What are we doing with these characters, and what do we want to do? So, like, for your Sith Empire team, you got Malik. Okay. Do we want to first focus on gearing all these guys up, except for Malik, and having the Sith Empire team up and running? I'm okay with that. Where do we farm next? What's our plan? What direction are we going for? Are we going for a GL? Are we going for like C into Executor? Are we going SLKR into first order with that fleet? Or are we going to go for gas? What's the plan here? I think that's the thing that we need to make a decision on here. I think getting your Sith Empire team up and running would be good. I can see you've got Palpatine, you got Vader, so I'm kind of leaning towards C as your first GL. Those are really nice pieces. If you want to go for the full CLS team, 3PO is not a bad play. But again, you need to commit something here. A lot of Gear 12s here. So you've got the two Chup. Oh, that's fantastic. You got both the Chupios. Getting 3PO would be fine. If you want to gear that team up first, let's say you gear up, you get 3PO and you get the CLS team up and running and get it relicked. Great. I love it. And then you want to take your Sith Empire team up besides Malik and get it up and running first. Great. I love it. But then you need to make a choice after that, which GL you really want to go for. Because at that point, you have CLS, you have the Revens, at that point, like, what do you want to go for? Okay, that's the question we have to get to here for your thing, Oklahoma. I like C Executors as an early GL, and I like SLKR as an early GL. I think you need to start thinking about that. Some people like to round out the main teams first, like Revens, Gas, CLS first, and then they go for their GL. If that's your play, I'm okay with that. Especially if you're free to play, that's cool in my book. But you do need to start thinking about GLs, and the one that we usually recommend are C Executor or SLKR, right? Get that GL, get in there, get those characters. It gets you focused on your account. But there's no wrong answer here. If you decided, you just told me right now, Oklahoma, I want GMK. Well, then God bless it. Go get GMK. I ain't going to be mad at you. His gas requirements are non-existent, pretty much. Because I can tell just by his relic level that, yeah, he's had to do a lot of work here for gas. But if you want to go for gas, you want to make the investment into the team, and he's got to farm B1 and B2 and, you know, finish a Saj, and then you have to get him to gear and stuff. So he could go for gas. I don't have a problem with that either. I like rounding out. If you want to get 3PO and round out your CLS team, great. You want to round out your Darth Revan team first? Great. If you want to go for SLKR, great. After that, and that's after that if you want to round that out. If you want to stop what you're doing and go right for the GL, I wouldn't recommend that. You've already got these teams started, so let's round them out. Let's at least get the relic levels on them. You already got one on Basti. So Darth Revan and the Sith Empire team, get your CLS team relics. That'll help you out tremendously. And then go for like a GL. That'll really get you... They'll still get you squared away. I like it. I like it a lot. And then in between, like you do... So say you do CLS, round that team out. You do Darth Revan, the Sith Empire, you get that team rounded out. Great. Then you go for SLKR. We do recommend... I recommend that in between each GL, you work on something else that's not a GL. So let's say you do SLKR first. I'm just throwing that out there. Then you want to go for gas. So you want to get your requirements up, get your gas, get that up and running. Then say after you do that, then you go C. And then C and executive, they're kind of interlocked together. Again, just coming up with that long-term strategy game plan will help you out. I really don't care what you want to work on, Oklahoma, but as long as you've got a game plan and you focus in on it. Because a lot of times I see younger accounts and new players, they'll have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they're missing this and they're missing that. And so I try to get them focused on just specific things. Forget everything else. If you're not messing with it and you have no plans to mess with it, forget about it. Just, it's off your radar. And the way I usually do that is when I go to my account, whatever I'm working on, I tag it in my favorites. So when I was doing like, for instance, SLKR, I would go to my favorites and I would have them all lined in here. You can see the stuff that I'm focusing on, mainly for mods and relic levels, but I'm at a different level. But I would have like, for like, if I was doing a GL, all my first order would be in my favorites. And I would just focus on those. I wouldn't worry about anything else. Once I was committed to something, I just did it. So you've got a couple routes. You can go for your core teams. You can go for your CLS, your gas, your Ravens first. Get them all squared away. Great. Then go into your first GL. That's an option. If you want to get to your GL sooner, I still think you need to round out your CLS and your Sith Empire team. Then go into SLKR. But once you commit to that, you got to stick with it. You know, don't start SLKR and be like, oh, new shiny, and go over here and go work on something else. Then you've left that mismatched hodgepodge thing sitting over there. So, you know, there's no wrong answer, but just as long as you commit to it, I think you're going to be fine, Oklahoma. And I love the name. Oklahoma. Where you can sit and talk and watch a hawk in circles. Hi. Okay, sorry, I can't. Oh, God. Oh, God. The name just gets me going, Oklahoma. But I like 3PO. You've got the CLS team in place. That's a really nice play. But then gear them up. If you're going to get them in there, get them relic and get them up and running. Sith Empire, get them up. Malik even at relic, gear 5. Just put a ton of protection on him and tenacity, and he can still do good work for you. But get that team up and relic and running, and then make a decision. Do you want to go for gas and round out your gas team before you go for a GL? I'm okay with that. Or you can go right into your first GL. Recommend C or SLKR. They're both really good. I know Pubby likes C. Pubby really loves C. That's perfectly fine, Ranger, because what else 73 says, I hear Oklahoma is okay. Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma. Sorry. Oh, that song's in my head. I love that Broadway musical. Can't help it. Makes me bring in a song and dance. Meh. It's just what I do, baby. La 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 la. With Tats, it says state. Sorry, I'm an OSU fan. That's fine. It was up in Stillwater. Oklahoma says Boomer Soomer, buddy. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, either you're an OU fan or you're an OSU fan. So that rivalry goes back a ways. It's Stillwater, right, for Oklahoma State? I know where OU is, but I think, yeah, it's Stillwater, right, for Oklahoma State? I haven't really thought about it. I usually, stuff comes right to me when college football season rolls around. Both really good programs with good traditions. More. Went to college there. Very nice. They're all fine institutions, and it's just fun to have a rivalry. I mean, I live in Alabama, for Christ's sakes, and I have no interest in Alabama football or Auburn football, but you would think that it's a mess here. All you hear is Roll Tide or War Eagle. It's really obnoxious. But I have fun with people with it. Because, I mean, you know, you love your school. You love the school you went to, whether you went to Georgia or Alabama or FSU or OSU or Texas. It doesn't really matter. So, I mean, what can you do? You love your alma mater. You love your alma mater. But it gets to a whole new level here in Alabama, man. Jesus. And on the Iron Bowl day, everything's shut down. It's ridiculous. And people are flying flags in their yard and just, it's pandemonium. I have not finished Stranger Things. No, Kaya. No spoilers, but I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. I like Stranger Things. I think it's a great show. I'm waiting for the... I'm wondering if I should binge. There's 2 more episodes of The Boys I want to see. But, yeah. There's a lot of good shows coming out. I'm excited for Lord of the Rings and Andor coming out here soon. Bad Batch is coming out soon. So I'm excited for that as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I just don't have time. I'm always busy doing other things. But I like to binge. Do that with my anime. Because you guys people that know me know I'm a huge anime junkie. I lost track over 1,000 anime. I've watched so many anime. I've seen it, know the stories. A lot of them have read the mangas, even the newer ones. I keep track of them because I'm always looking for the next big one that I'm really into. To Your Eternity just announced season 2, and I read the manga, so I'm really excited for that. You're watching Pokemon, Poby. We need to update you on your anime. Pokemon is a gateway anime. You don't stick with it. You get your ass in there. We watch some good anime. Yeah, The Boys is really good. I like The Boys. I mean, the anime that have come out recently, there's been some good ones, some really good ones that I've really enjoyed. And so yeah. But I still have my top 20. It just depends. The thing I've noticed about Pokemon and a lot of those, you know, I mean, it's generational. Like, Pokemon doesn't do anything for me. I have an appreciation for Pokemon, you know, and stuff like that. But it just, my gateway was not Pokemon. My gateway in the anime was like Robotech and Voltron. So, and then Fist of the North Star and JoJo and stuff like that. So, they showed you High School DxD as... No, Poby, you come to me for good anime. Your friends are fired. High School DxD is garbage. Oh my God. I hate that anime. Oh my God. That is just... Oh, words are hard. Yeah, I'm sorry, Poby. That should not never have happened. I mean, I've watched High School DxD, and it does have certain moments. There's certain anime you just watch because it's entertaining, but it ain't in my top 50. Like for instance, Fairy Tail. I really liked Fairy Tail. Totally did not make sense. Was crazy. The storyline was crazy awful, but you just watch it for the badass scenes and just the characters are so much fun. I do not like High School DxD at all. I mean, I've watched it and it actually has some decent moments, but the other moments you're just like, why? For reals? That's what you're showing me right now? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a guy anime. A lot of TNA flying around in that anime. Cowboy Bebop's a classic. Gateway anime that I would recommend depends on like what you're kind of into. If you like horror, you're more of a horror fan, I would say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a really good gateway anime to get into. They do need a season 2 of Visions. Death Book is a good one. I love Black Clover. Yeah, I read the manga, dude. Black Clover is an outstanding anime and manga. Although they kind of screwed up at the beginning with the stuff they put in there, but it didn't really take it away from me because I'd read the manga and I knew what was going to happen. I just wanted to see it animated, and man, did they not disappoint. It's a really good show. I love the Black Bulls. The Black Bulls are goddamn amazing. They're one of my favorite groups of folks ever. I'm trying to think. Where would I rank Black Clover? Black Clover might make my top 50. Just because I love the Black Bulls so much, man. They're so amazing. I love all the characters in that. They're so ridiculous. They're such a good. Okay, I was wondering, you put Musaki Tensei. I just knew it as Jobless Reincarnation. That is a fantastic anime. I am hyped for second season. When you get to an isekai, you're just like, okay, this is gonna be like a lot of the other isekais, and they're fun, and I watch them, and they have their moments that I just giggle or enjoy it or something. But Hunter x Hunter is top 10 for me all time. Hunter x Hunter is without question one of my top animes of all time. One Piece is, Hunter x Hunter is, Berserk is my number one anime of all time. Code Geass, Ghost in the Shell, Death Note. I don't have my list in front of me because I always forget an anime or two that I'm like, okay. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one. Attack on Titan's definitely my top 20. I know people have a problem with the ending. I did not. I thought it was pretty. I mean, the Attack on Titan is goddamn incredible. The anime itself is just incredible. Yeah, the Jobless Isekai Reincarnation one is so good. I really love what they did with that one. What are also my top 20? You said Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Mob Psycho 100. Oh, One Punch Man. I adore One Punch Man. That's top 5. Sinbad. You said Code Geass. Oh, you Slam Dunk was your first anime? That's not a bad one. I did like Made in Abyss. I thought it was really interesting. I have an appreciation for. It's a very slow anime in the beginning, but it's like Madoka Magica. I watched that too. They get better at the end. You have to get past. Some people don't like the anime. I think the animation, not the style, but just you have to have an appreciation for the animation itself. It's really gorgeous. But I think those two at the end. I don't think be in my top 50, but they're really good. I like Madoka Magica, and I do like Made in Abyss too. Initial D, that's a classic one. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I read Dragon Ball Z, and those, but Dragon Ball Z just lost its mind. It's kind of like Naruto. The whole, and I include Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I really, when Naruto and Naruto Shippuden is on point, it's some of the best anime and anime fight scenes, period, in anime. I'll argue anybody on that. Yu Yu Hakusho is in my top 20. That was one of my, yeah. So there's parts of Naruto, a lot of parts of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden that are like S class, top tier, best anime I've ever watched. But the fillers and the other stuff it drives me nuts. So Naruto does not make my top 20. It make my top 50, but lower top 50 for me. Bleach is completely out of my top 50. Blech. Yeah, it's just the fillers, man. No Game, No Life is nice, but yeah, it's too short, and I have an appreciation for No Game, No Life. I'm trying to think of one that I just watched recently. I can't think of the name of it. It is a phenomenal anime. No Game No Life is pretty good. I'd have to pull up my list, but there's some really good ones. The most recent one was it what was the King one? Oh, God. Now you're gonna make me look at this crit. Let me put up my Crunchyroll and stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen is in my top 20. That's one I forgot about. Yeah. The manga itself is phenomenal. Demon Slayer is pretty good too. I like Demon Slayer's in my top 50. Demon Slayer's a really phenomenally good anime. Let's see here. One that I'm recently, Spy X Family has been really good. That's pretty much what you need. I watched Skeleton Knight in Another World. It was a cute anime. It was alright. I liked it. It kept me entertained. Aoshi is a soccer anime. It's not too bad. What are some of the other ones here? Oh, this one had me cracking up. I mean, it's ridiculous, but Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Was Reincarnated to a Total Fantasy Babe. That one had me in tears. I started watching it and I just started losing my shit. The thing was funny. Ranking of Kings. That is a phenomenal anime. I really like Ranking of Kings. If you've not seen Ranking of Kings, it is really good. Demon Slayer we already talked about. The Assassin anime, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world. I like that one. I want to see where that goes, but yeah. That wasn't too bad. These are just the recent ones. Tokyo Revengers was actually really good. To Your Eternity is a phenomenal anime. I'm over the moon about that goddamn anime. My Hero Academia is kind of like Naruto. It's got filler. I mean, again, when My Hero's on, I love My Hero Academia. But when it's off and filler, I turn off. 86 is a really good one too. I love 86. That's a phenomenally good anime. Steins Gate's in my top 20. Any of the Monogatari series is in my top 20. I love that's some of the best dialogue in anime I've ever seen. I love Monogatari. Any of them, whether it's Aura to Tsugami, any of them, they're so good. I mean, I've got a lot of times, like the Slimy Sakai watch. It's okay. It was entertaining. So yeah, if there's a lot here I've got on my list. Again, Tom is in my top 20 of all time. Haiku, the volleyball anime, top 20 for me. Parasite's close. I loved Parasite. Of course, we already mentioned Berserk. Assassination Classroom would be top 50 for me. I really liked Assassination Classroom. I watched one here recently, Tomodachi Game. That was alright. Overlord's not bad. I think the new season just came out. Yeah. Let me look here. I just got hit with this. Yeah, the season 4 just came out for Overlord. The problem I have with Overlord is, like, he never gets his ass kicked. You know, he needs to get his ass kicked, man. You know, he just needs to get his ass kicked. Yeah, I would wait for the entire season, Kaya. You can watch the train one. That's Demon Slayer, man. When it hits, it hits. Demon Slayer is a phenomenally good anime. I just don't know where I would rank it. What is the spider anime? I'm not sure. Is that the one where the one girl gets turned into a spider, reincarnated as a spider or some shit? I didn't like that one. I thought it was okay, but it didn't. I think I dropped it. All right, we're going to start wrapping it up. We're talking anime now, so I don't think we're talking more of anything else. But I don't mind. We'll go for a few more minutes. We'll keep talking anime. If you want a roster review, you can. All that good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Humana, humana, humana. Ha, ha, ha. We want a roster review, put it in there. If not, we'll just keep talking anime because there's nothing going on in the game. I have nothing else to do in the game. Tuesdays are slow for that reason. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, good. 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 All right. Yeah, Overlord just it's just started this season 4. I know To Your Eternity is getting season 2 that's getting ready to come out. I'm ready for that one. I really like Spy X Family. The Tomodachi Game one was really good too. What's it? Rising of the Shield Hero, man. I actually liked season 1 of Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know what they did. Season 2 is garbage. Absolutely garbage. Jobless Reincarnation. That's getting ready for the next season, and I love that anime. Ranking of Kings, I can't recommend high enough. To Your Eternity, I can't recommend high enough. There's a lot of I've watched here that I'm just like, I don't even want to mention them because I watch them and I'm just like, they're okay. But would I recommend you? You know, I only go for the ones that really catch my eye. You know, really entertain me. So the problem, Overlord's really good, but it's the problem with Overlord is just he just never gets. He's just so overpowered, and nobody. I'm like, there has to be other people that have the same kind of abilities he has and go kick his ass. He has not got his ass kicked once. I'm just like, get the hell out of here. Come on, man. He can't be that OP this long without any repercussions. It just it pulls me away from it, from the story. Like I need to see some ass beating on him. He needs to be humbled. That dude had not been humbled once. He's just been terrorizing everything. It's like, Jesus Christ. So, and I never read the manga for that. I just watched Overlord for the anime. Never really caught my interest. All right, last call for any roster reviews. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe. We're going to start wrapping it up. I got to go get me some tacos. I got some stuff to do. So, there you go. I'm going to go get tacos. Oh, One Punch Man is in my top 5 of all time, dude. I absolutely adore One Punch Man. People had a problem with season 2. Okay, maybe it wasn't as well animated as season 1, but oh god, Konosuba's in my top 20 Alpha Mega. Konosuba, I mean, gender equality, man. What are we talking about here? No one's heard about Meta Ewoks. That's not a thing, JT. You made that up. Yeah, One Punch Man's in my top 10, top 5. Konosuba is definitely top 20. I've never laughed so hard at an anime. Gintama is my number 1 comedy of all time. We're right behind that is Konosuba. I mean, that anime, oh my god. Darkness, all of them, oh my god. That is anime done. That is unbelievably a fantastic anime. So ungodly good. Yeah, ReZero. That's the one I couldn't think about. ReZero. Yes, ReZero's in my top 20. ReZero, especially this last season, was unbelievable. I love me some ReZero. Yeah, that's definitely top 20 for me too. Ghost in the Shell and the series too is in my top 20. Love that. There's so many good animes, but the ones that really hit me, like Berserker, One Punch Man, Sinbad, Code Geass, One Piece. One Piece is phenomenal right now. I'm not going to spoil anything, but oh my god. So it's all really good. All right, last call for any questions or anything. I'm going to wrap it up. We've been going for 3.5 hours. I think that's enough time for streaming, and we helped a lot of people with their accounts. So there you go. Yeah, Naruto's top 50 for me, Boss Livewire. Problem with Naruto, like, you go through through the first 150 chapters that gets all the way through the Tsunade arc. After that, it was the Sasuke retrieval arc in Naruto. Brilliant. Loved it. Unbelievable. Then after that, it was like 160, 200 episodes of filler. I gave up on Naruto. Then I heard Shippuden was coming out. Then I started watching Shippuden. And Shippuden all the way to the start of the war arc. Unbelievably good. Then we got to the war arc. And don't get me wrong, there are some fantastic moments in the war arc. Unbelievable. But the filler in the war arc, again, turned me off to Naruto Shippuden. I was just like, God damn it, why are we doing this shit? You've got to watch season 2 of ReZero. It is unbelievable. ReZero season 2 is some of the best anime I've watched. So you're at 920. You're past the Revelry. You're into Wano now, so I'm not going to spoil anything for you, Alpha Omega, but it's worth it. You can tell I'm an anime junkie that I just said where you're based off like, oh, you've seen this part of this, you've seen the Revelry, and now you're into Wano. Or you say ReZero, oh, you should watch season 2. And I know exactly what happens, so yeah. No, watch it because it the way it ends, it won't affect season 3. In a sense, you'll just be hyped for season 3. Season 2 is worth it. Kaya, it's going to get you emotional, Kaya. That's one of the few animes I got emotional. The only one that has got me emotional lately, Ranking of Kings hit me hard. To Your Eternity hit me really hard. I don't usually get emotional watching animes because I've seen so many. I'm like, okay, but just the characters, those moments, those beats. God damn. Like some of you just watch like Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just pure mwah. The story's phenomenal. The character's phenomenal. It's got funny moments. Not a real lot of emotional moments, but it's just one of those. It is unbelievable. Jujutsu Kaisen, I can't recommend enough for everybody. And I know Demon Slayer ends kind of rough, like it did in the manga. I don't know why it ended the way it did, but all the arcs going up to that one are just unbelievable. And the animation on those has just been unbelievable. Demon Slayer is phenomenal. Same with Attack on Titan. Oh my God, they're so good. Great characters, great scenes, just really good stuff. Great story, love it. That's why I've watched One Piece since it's first started. That's how old I am. One Piece is a big part of my life. I adore One Piece. I absolutely love One Piece. One Piece is one of my is top 10 for me. It's got a special place in my heart. Talentless Nana was another one. I haven't seen that one, I don't think. It might be in my queue, but I've got a lot of anime in my queue. I'm over here looking at this Overlord like, what are you doing over there? Season 4, huh? Is he going to get his ass kicked finally? Favorite One Piece character is Zoro. Hands down. I love Rono Zoro. Zoro. He's just always been one of my favorite. The best moment I think in One Piece is, if you're a One Piece fan, you'll know. Nothing happened. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Black Clover. I love Black Clover too. As I said that earlier, Orlando. The Bulls are one of my favorite groups of anime characters as a team that I've ever watched. I love them. I can watch them all day long. I love the Bulls. The Black Bulls. Awesome. Oh yeah, Black Clover is a great one. But it's Zoro. It always is. Zoro, and then I'd say Zoro, and then Law is my second favorite character. I love Law. Don't get me wrong, I love Luffy and the rest of the crew. They all have a special place in my heart, but Zoro's the man. Nothing happened. I haven't watched that one. Talented. Okay. Is it in my queue? I'll have to go through my queue. God, I got a lot of anime to watch. I have still in my queue. I'm looking at Talentless Nana right now. What's the... All right, I'll check this one out. Talentless Nana. It was in my... I just didn't look at it. Do you have any anime like that where if it doesn't get another season, you're like, why did I watch this? No, 'cause a lot of times, like, a lot of times, like, for instance, Hunter x Hunter did not... They finished the story where they did, but there was more to it, and I know they're doing more to Hunter x Hunter. It's like Berserk. The author died for Berserk. They haven't done anything with Berserk since then. I know they're trying to do more with Berserk, so I'm kind of left where I was at the Berserk story arc with Gutsu. But I don't regret reading that. I mean, I enjoyed up to that point. I want more, but of course I want more with Hunter x Hunter or Berserk, but what can you do? Moss said supporter. I am. I love Zoro and I love Law. I think they're both fascinating characters. I mean, don't get me wrong. The characters in One Piece are phenomenal, and I love all of them. Sanji's probably my top 5. Yeah, I've always related to those guys. Luffy, not so much. I love Luffy, but he's just that goofy kid. But when he has his moments, I mean, but Zoro's. I've always loved Zoro. Always gets lost. It's so funny. But his badass moments are badass. Nothing Happens Still to Me is one of the best moments in anime ever. Dude, you're covered in blood. What happened? Nothing happened. Is Gate the anime Gate? I watched Gate. It was pretty good. I liked Gate. So it's not a bad anime. A lot of people shit on it. I didn't shit on Gate. I liked Gate a lot. I thought it was really good. All right, we're gonna start listening. I'm gonna start listing stuff like Wolf's Rain and stuff here. Don't make me go pulling out this stuff. Ninja Scroll. Anybody seen it? Mm-hmm. The original Street Fighter anime was a thing of legend. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I got things to do. So With that, we're gonna call this one done. So looks like I gotta watch this one and then some other stuff here. I got some stuff to take care of. So thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. Love you, love you. If you need for anything, hit me up in Discord. But yeah. So if you need me to just put it in Discord, message me. You're more than welcome. So I'm going to get on out of here. And we'll call it a day. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have more stuff. Hopefully we'll get some news. But if not, oh well. It is what it is. But everyone have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. And we will holler at you later. Peace out.